We're live. Everyone, we're here. Hallelujah. We're good.
Welcome, everyone.
What's up,
Welcome
Atro? Atro's here. Shout out Atro.
I love it. Hello. Welcome, everyone. Greetings, and welcome back to another episode of the Couch Cooperative. I am your mildly adventurous Dungeon Master. What a terrible opening for a Dungeon Master. I'm just mildly adventurous.
No.
Now, I'm your Dungeon Master for today, and tomorrow,
And every day.
and every day that you
Until
wish.
Katre one-shots.
Who knows?
Whoa, teaser.
As we continue our 5th edition campaign of the Storm King's Thunder. We don't have any major announcements, just as of this week, so we will go ahead and jump in. So, last we left off, our adventurers, the Peacekeepers, had begun their final kind of side quest that they had obtained as a result of their good deeds in Golden Fields, the quest that Liferloss had provided, to find a treant, an awakened tree named Turlong. This tree had spoken with the druid who had awakened Liferloss. Liferloss's idea was that this druid must be so powerful as to be a potent ally for you in your quest to journey and resolve the issue of a shattered ordning amongst the hierarchy of the giants. You arrived at this hill, the Shadowtop Hill, where the treant lay dead, torn asunder by the might of giants, and the land around it dead, decaying and dying. The tree marked a source of dark magic, turning the grass blackened, turning the insides of the tree rotted, death a pungent odor in the ether of this space. But it was also a site of slaughter. The bodies of hill giants lay strewn about, maimed and torn, well, cut up limb from limb. Something mighty enough to tear even giants a piece was a sight to behold. Now, Poltra had removed the left-behind axe of a frost giant warrior, a hunter of sorts, a trophy killer, who, upon seeing Poltra pull the axe, had already begun to make himself known and had declared to his enemies wishing to claim his possession, his weapon. Had fought you, a brief struggle which saw just a few people kind of go down under the might of just this one giant. And right at the very end of it, you were not necessarily saved. The weight of the battle was not necessarily a losing one, but was conveniently assisted in a dire moment by a human warrior, a male, who had introduced himself to you as Hakon Guntz, a member of the Sword of the Council, and a man whose might doesn't match his brains. He was traveling in the area to slay giants. This is very dark and foreboding for this moment.
Hakon dies this season. No.
This will look better. He was in the area to slay giants, as the Savage Frontier has become more and more dangerous to be in, and so he had introduced to you his traveling companion in this time, who was himself a giant. And we ended with you guys meeting a frost giant warrior known as Harshnag the Grim. His miniature stands on this table. You guys may take a look at him if you wish. You can hold the mini if you want and take a look at this story companion. This is a notable NPC, and that is exactly what he looks like. That is his miniature.
Harshnag is friendly.
Enjoy. He is friendly.
He's the homie.
Where we begin specifically is a bit prior to where we had initially left off. So what you don't see, I'll be able to kind of explain for you.
I like his
In the
mask.
midst of a more snowed-in wooded area, this human male stands amidst the trees, his back kind of rising with every fatigued breath. This human is exhausted, yet not by any form of anything less than battle fatigue. His blade is still in hand, a massive greatsword, gold and gilded. His sweat dripping from his face, and blood pooling across his body, though not his own. He looks up, and amidst the fog of this wooded area, the lumbering steps of a giant gets closer and closer. This man is still fighting. This is the 6th giant he's killed today. He loses track of how many after the 3rd. But this is the 6th for your all's information. The only thing he's thought about in the past 20 minutes is what a great tale this is going to be when he gets home. And he has a home to get to, so that's what keeps him moving. He's fast, but not...
A little harsh now.
He's not as fast as at this current moment, but he's fast enough. This giant brings a massive great axe down with both hands, directly trying to cut this man into two, and he simply sidesteps out of the way, leaving the weight and impact of the great axe to not only cut a divide in the land that he just stood in, but to, with an expulsion of force, send out the snow across the ground, send out bits of grass and plants. With his greatsword in hand, he brings it up swiftly, chops and lops off right at the wrist one arm off of this giant, which cuts through the haft of this great axe. The giant, roaring out in pain as it kind of reels back, gets onto one of his knees and grabs onto this blooded stump, which is splurting blood all over the place. Again, the blood on this human male is not his own. As the giant is a little bit lower... that was your phone. As the giant is a little bit lower, the human takes an opportunity and takes the blade and shoves it down through the foot, ensuring this giant doesn't move. He doesn't need the blade to kill anyone. It is a good companion for him while he does so. They do tend to sing mighty a song amidst their forays into the wilds, but it's not necessary for him, as he's not alone. Spectral warriors have surrounded him, warriors that have been getting ready for this very moment. And as he's impaled the giant where he stands, he begins to use his pure ferocity to climb up this giant. And he gets onto this giant's face, which it's big enough for him to kind of grab onto the beard and onto the sides of the armor and just start punching. As he's punching into this just solid stone of a giant's skull, the Spectral Warriors immediately move into place and start piercing with their weapons and slashing. Arrows are fired in the midst of these ancestral guardians that surround him. And while they don't do damage, they keep the giant distracted from the might of this human just slamming fist after fist after fist. Questions may get asked later amongst the academics of this land. How much strength does one need to have to fracture the skull of a giant? Unfortunately, we'll never know the answer to that question, because Hakon doesn't go to college. He doesn't go to the colleges in the land, so he can't tell them that it took him 7 punches to break the skull of this giant and to fracture it directly into the nasal cavity. After a bit, the skin's obviously going to give way after a few punches, and in a gory mess, he's able to bore a hole straight through the front of this giant's what appears to now be just a flesh bag filled with bone and brain matter. What he pulls out is just a small chunk of brain, but pull out a small chunk of brain, you'll never function again.
I'm not sure it's a diamond or something.
Out of his head.
Oh,
he pulls out an egg.
who was that rapper?
And as
Lil Uzi.
Lil Uzi.
Yeah.
and with that, the giant roars back and leans into pain and falls in pain and agony and lands onto the ground and is kind of clutching at his broken face and dying slowly. Hakon grabs the sword as he gets down and grabs it out of the foot and walks directly over this giant just at the head, just cuts it clean off, just to ensure that the giant dies.
Flip the light switch on.
This goes on, these types of battles. This is all he's been doing. For him, it's one fight after the next. He has to keep himself going. He cannot slow down for a moment. He has a home to get to. That thought continuously runs through his mind. If he were to forget that, he might miss it. And in his mind, to miss it is to not get back home. He doesn't just have friends. So that ideal is what roots him to just one giant after the next. He's lost track after the third. Counting isn't the strongest of suits, but 10 giants later and it doesn't matter. And 10 giants there were. 13 slain at this man's hand. A veritable legend in his own right of martial prowess. This is a man who has slain a god. Giants are nothing. And in fact, that also thought kind of runs in tandem with him, seeming to try to distract him. A measure of pride, of arrogance. It's a darkened place for this warrior, something he tries to shove down and not allow to root back out. So every time it snakes its way into his mind, he just has to remember there's a home to get to. With that, he's able to kill the next giant, and the next, and the next, and the next, and not have to worry about looking back and seeing how many bodies he's left behind him. He's lost track after the third, but 19 giants later, it's too hard to tell. Months go by similar to this. The only bits of rest he's able to get are very sporadic, but when they are, they're fruitful for as much as he needs before he's back up and running. And it's not just frost giants that lie dead at his blade. Journeying around the savage frontier, he's grown impatient with some of his friends who have been kind of trapped by the inner workings of man and civilization. Their ability to go out into the world and to resolve the things that need to be resolved are foreign to Hakon. In fact, his entire legend is built on the ideal of going out into the world and overcoming the evils that have presented themselves when others either can't or are unable to or unwilling. So it's all new to him, and his bitterness is tempered with his love. At the same time, his frustration with the inaction by those back at Waterdeep is shortly lost after a giant falls at his blade. But again, he lost track after the third. 20 frost giants, 10 hill giants, 13 stone giants, and at least 4 cloud giants later. And who's going to keep counting? He's been telling you this story around the fire. It's been quite a long night for all of you. And so he kind of looks around and he's snapping jokes here and there as he talks about like the brutality of his own abilities, and will mention, you know, like when he bores a hole into a giant's face, it's bigger than anything that your guns could fire, or anything that he throws behind a full weight of a swing doesn't even compare. Like your ability to do so with your little magics that he sees it pales in comparison. He drops enough bodies that he describes it as like a playground for you, and it's enough to put the experience of him was left him fatigued to the point where he makes a joke that he understands kind of how you feel, like how tired you must be because of how old you are. He gets that way after like the 13th giant.
Are your punches as are your punches as strong?
We're speaking in the third person.
Oh, I see.
So if you want to direct specific narrative questions to him, feel free to.
Okay, I would like to speak to Hakon directly.
Directly, we're not there yet.
Okay.
So we'll sit tight.
I see.
The stories are kind of a welcoming sort. What I actually did want to ask you all, because you are face to face with a living legend, and the recount of the story corroborates the stories that you've briefly heard. What would be, from my understanding, like, how would you guys be feeling like standing face to face with someone that has slain a god?
I would say Misery is in awe. You know, I mean, it's literally
like a sense of wonder,
talking legend right in front of her. Yeah.
Right.
Starstruck, dude.
Yeah.
Star Strike.
And he told us about the story where he killed Tiamat? Like, we knew.
Absolutely, he did. Yeah.
I think Varys would be a bit envious.
Envious. You've lived so long,
This damn youngster.
and you've never killed a god. I can see where the envy comes from. He informs you that while his journeys have been nothing but fun for him, he's been wandering the area searching for someone in specific. And it was someone that one of his close friends was to... He describes it as vaguely confusing, but someone that his friend was sending to him. Someone who would be marked, which we know to be Misery, who he has... Nute has magically marked you as some form of a sensor, which was designed to allow Hakon to find you.
Well,
Mark his territory.
It doesn't stay, so the nature of the magical spell only goes so far as ensuring that the person who is supposed to find it finds it. Once that's done, it dissipates. He introduces you to Harshnag. Harshnag is not a name that is well known, and in fact, I would allow any player here who is proficient in history only to roll a history check to see if this is something you may have heard.
I guess I'll roll. When you've been around, you've been around. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Bookworm.
Natural one.
Natural one, you've never heard of Harshnag, ever.
That's a drink.
It's his dementia, actually.
He's just got too much knowledge, bro.
Yeah, you keep thinking of eggnog.
Yeah, that really wasn't that one.
That's a milk drink, right?
That's when people spike it, right?
I like
That's fair. Did you roll?
I'm not proficient.
You're proficient? No one else is?
mm-mm.
Okay, so unfortunately there really isn't much known. So there isn't anything mostly known about him out in the civilized world. But he introduces himself to you. So his story is a little bit more humble in terms, and not as flashy as Hakon.
That is hard.
He is... He's known as a monster to some, a hero to others. In the city of Waterdeep, he's remembered, is what he tells you, as the largest member of a group known as Force Grey, a notoriously destructive mercenary adventuring company that came to the city's defense on more than one occasion. He lets you know that, in your defense, that he has lived hundreds of years.
But not as much as
What have
me.
you
But he wanders the wilderness with great axe in hand, seeking to lay low the evil that his kind can bring about. We're going to step now into the first person. Harshnag is going to be speaking. You all sit around a fire, which is a bit bigger to compensate for Harshnag, so the
It's like
light is
a
bright.
bonfire.
Right. Bup, bup, bup. It's just turn along and just light the tree. I'm sure you have all been told about the ordning fracture of the giants and my brethren. Was it true that the ordning has thrown our lands into chaos and confusion? How much have you been told?
Not a lot at all.
Just the gist.
The storm giants have historically reigned by edict of the ordning. Every giant kind must obey what the storm giants direct. It is the will of the Allfather to do so. To disobey what the King of Giants declares is to disobey the Allfather himself. With the fracturing of the ordning, the giants do not have to listen to the Storm King. And not only do they not have to listen to the Storm King, But King Hecaton has gone missing. He has not been heard from his courts.
King who?
King Hecaton, the Storm King.
King Hexagon.
Hecaton.
Hagaton. What's the...
Because the
name?
Storm Giants have no power to keep the smaller giants in check, it has put itself into the hands such as mine and your brethren, and he points to Hakon, to protect the North from the depredations of evil giants while seeking out adventurers who share in this goal. It would be fun, I'm sure, to wander the North and slaughter every giant that comes across our path seeking to usurp themselves within their order of the ordning. While the giants are fighting amongst themselves and fighting amongst your kind, I believe this to not be the proper course of action any longer. It is time to consult with a higher authority. There's a mountain temple built by my ancient ancestors under the spine of the world. It's called the Eye of the Allfather. The temple is told to contain a divine oracle within. I know where it is. I wish to lead you there so that you may consult with this oracle and learn how best to end the giant's threat of the North. It will be a long journey, all the way up to the Valley of Kadrun. I cannot promise that it won't be dangerous, but it won't be the most dangerous with me around.
Will it be by foot?
It would. It would have to. They do not make beasts a burden in my size.
Pultra will carry you.
What back?
You see, Hakon goes, oh, I get it, because he's an ox. Ha!
No.
That was a good one.
Only for the second half.
What's in it?
See? It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. And he finishes with his friends.
Thank you, Pultra.
Friends matter.
Yeah, point the inspiration point on that one. You got it.
Can I roll an attack
Thank
roll
you
on
for
Pultra's
finishing
nuts
with
to try and change his voice back? I'm not gonna hit it. It's a strength roll, but I wanna do it.
You can try.
Okay.
You can certainly try.
You might fall down again.
And while I do it, I'd like to,
How do you know it's gonna change my voice back?
because you told us.
What do you get?
He rolled a nat 20.
Yo,
What's your strength modifier?
a -1.
-1. So, unfortunately, it takes 0 points of damage. It's a crit, so it would be 2 minus your strength. So you take 1 point of damage as he sack taps the hell out of you. You have never
It was
felt
a nat 20, dude.
from any of the smaller races, you have never felt this much force used against you. In such a way that catches you off guard, that you're not prepared for. Sometimes in a battle, it might happen, and you might get hit in the nads, and you're kind of normal and ready for that. This comes out of nowhere.
It was a surprise.
And this sack
It was a
tap,
sucker
this sack tap
nut kick.
hits.
Literally.
It's
Alright.
it's one that rises to your stomach immediately
God.
in terms of pain.
Darn it. What? And I wanna. Can I punch him in the face?
That's the Pultra I know.
18.
18.
It hits.
Okay.
Nice.
It's 1 plus your strength modifier.
5
Your strength modifier is 5.
is 4.
Okay,
This
so you
is a
take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you get cracked in the jaw.
And I wanna hit him in the face and go, what the heck was that for? Why would you kick me back in the balls? What?
Can I fall to the ground when he punches me, like kind of on my ass?
Yeah.
Like a. There was something wrong with your voice. I knew you wouldn't let me do the medical procedure, so I surprised you.
Hey, this is like the 5th time this has happened, and every time it happens, people are like, well, what's wrong with your voice? Why do you use all of that? And people laugh at me, and now I'm back to it.
I've never seen this happen before.
Well, because it happened before I was with you guys.
You never said anything about
Why,
it.
it's a war, why would I?
Well, I wanted my friend back.
I was never gone.
You see Hakon goes, "You sound like a little girl!"
Goddamn asshole, leave me alone. I'm a man. I'm a minotaur.
You sound like a baby. You sound like a wee little babe.
A baby with muscles.
And then
And he laughs at that a little bit.
Can I do a performance check?
For what? To flex?
Because he's a minotaur, dude.
You want to flex?
Aren't I taller than Hakon?
Well, what are you trying to do? You trying to flex?
I'm just trying to be bigger than Hakon.
So you're trying to flex?
Yeah.
Okay, make an athletics roll.
Oh god darn it, dude.
You trying to flex? Are you flexing?
Hakon
Yeah,
has
are you
like
trying
a...
to flex?
Are you trying to flex?
Wait, is this
You know what?
is this contested? Or
No,
is-
it's
okay,
just
okay,
like that's you're not really performing.
Okay. Athletics?
You're showcasing your
22.
athleticism.
22. not
Yeah,
bad.
you have a very, very built minotaur body. You are very muscular. You're very toned.
Can you flex like Arnold?
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Individual muscles.
And while he's doing it,
I've killed a lot of stuff.
But you can't defeat your own high-pitched voice.
In the name of Tyr.
Good luck with that, buddy.
Tyr speaks through many vessels. I am simply
Well,
one
can
of
you
them.
ask him to speak a little lower through you?
I tried.
Does he not listen?
No, he said I had to do better. And he
Oh,
laughed at
dang.
me.
That kind of sucks. See, like, when my buddy Lux ever talked to the god, like, he talked to one god a few times, and, like, every time he picked up the phone, they don't have phones. Every time he answered the call.
I should meet this Lux fella.
No, you should meet that Bahamut fella. That guy sounds like he listens. Here sounds like he doesn't listen.
Post
This
with
guy-
Mailbox.
Hakon,
You just said you... I talked to...
Is-
Bahamut.
is it true that you were almost possessed by a sword, an evil sword of some
How
sort?
did you find about that?
I don't know about that.
You don't know about that.
Come on, make it in the history
You don't know about
books.
that.
What the
Put
fuck
it
are
in
you
the
talking
history
about?
books.
no one
dude.
wrote about it, dude.
Put it in the history.
The only one who
books.
knows is Vidania.
And
And the
fucking-
people you try to fucking kill.
No.
People don't.
They
record
repress
this,
it.
right?
Nah.
Okay,
No.
does a 24 hit you?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh my god.
Show the faith. Yeah, it still hits.
Okay. So as Hakon is kind of, as you're trying to speak, you'll have to come up with something new to say. He's like walking over in your direction, and he puts an arm on your back and goes, "Man, you are really built. You're absolutely massive. I just want to see if this works." Bam! And he sack taps the hell out of you. You take from him because he takes a moment to initiate a rage so that he can recklessly attack. So you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage from a downward fist, and he's like, "Ah, boom!"
Jesus Christ.
And the yell is what catches you off
Alright,
guard.
alright.
You tie him.
Ethan's trying to help him out so he doesn't have to talk in that voice.
Inspiration. Nice, dude. I go, why would you do that? And I want to hit back with a 17. Does that hit?
No.
Bro, it's
I
Hakon.
don't remember Hakon's armor class off the top of my
What
head.
the hell's going on?
Do you have Hakon's
Ultra
character
V
sheet?
hack.
Oh,
I thought we were
man.
relaxing.
I
Level,
don't think I do.
level 7 versus level 20.
20.
Oh, you know what? I do have his
You hit level 20?
character card.
Yeah.
It was like 18.
Still though, I mean,
I mean,
compared to our
obviously it's still fucking up there.
Fun DM
Well,
tip:
fine.
if you're DMing, get this stat trackers. They have blank ones that you can fill out for your player characters. And I saved one for Hakon. He had an AC of 19, so he just catches it in his hand and kind of puts it off to the side. And he goes, "You sound a little bit more like a man." Sounds like Tyr doesn't answer your prayers, but I do.
No, Tyr always answers my prayers when I ask for his help.
Did he just say?
Oh, what? Is he a little slow?
No, Tyr is the best.
No, he's not.
Shut up, old
No,
man.
Dad.
You don't know anything. You're
Fuck you.
you're out of touch with the world.
You get punched in the balls and you sound like a bitch.
I sound like a man. I'm a minotaur.
Yeah, until you get punched in the balls again.
Don't touch him.
Then it's hey, then you sound like this.
Oh, so 700 years. 700 years and you
Hey.
still haven't killed shit.
What the hell, Ultron?
What the don't what the hell me, man.
I don't like this.
That
We
took me a
need
while.
2 people with deep voices. You and I, and 2 people with high-pitched voices.
I really
Misery
voice.
and Poltra.
Deep voice,
This
I don't know
isn't
what you mean
right.
deep voice. I sound like a minotaur.
No, you do not.
Deep voice.
A minotaur goes moo, not fucking common.
What Minotaur do you know?
43 minutes. No, I'm kidding.
What?
Minotaur hates
He's
speech.
kidding. What Minotaur do you know? that goes moo.
None of them, because they all speak like Minotaurs. We are Minotaurs.
Do you have your own language? Is there?
Yeah.
What is it?
Bovine. You speak bovine, right?
No.
What?
I speak Minotaur.
Bovine would
That's
be
not a
moo.
thing.
It's a language.
That's
not
not
my-
a fucking thing.
It's on my
Is
sheet.
that actually a language?
Yeah, it's a
It is
language.
What shit?
Minotaur specific.
It's on my language.
What are you talking about?
It's a language, dude.
What shit?
700 years and you don't know about the Minotaur language.
That's bullshit.
Shows how studied you are.
That's bullshit. I don't believe
So how did you guys all meet? Because I'm used to this.
No,
but
I've
my group worked out a bit smoother.
Well, I heard a child crying, so I went to save him. But it was actually just a minotaur.
We were smoother than this
That's
before
what I
everyone
mean.
started kicking me in the balls and they said, "Huh, your voice goes up and down."
I never kicked you in the balls.
No, yeah.
That never happened.
Alright, we're alright, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry.
So you're the founder of the group.
He's our leader.
Indeed.
Do you have like a plan if like he doesn't wake up tomorrow?
I don't sleep.
Varys wakes up every day.
Is that because you're scared?
Varys
It's
never
because
does
I'm
wake
an
up.
elf.
Oh yeah, I forgot you elves don't need to sleep. I
meditate.
travel with two. You think I'd remember that?
We've almost hit the next election. We don't have to worry about that anymore soon.
What election?
Oh, you guys elect who your leader is.
Yes,
Sometimes.
but
We do? Wait a minute, guys.
when we joined your
Sounds like a
group,
new process.
yeah.
We're in the New Year's.
No, this is a dictatorship.
When you die, I can bring your skeletons back, and you can still lead
Back
us
where? Do you know where I'm from?
to moving to life
Do you know where I'm from?
of somewhere not here.
I don't.
Wow.
That
Don't
makes...
resurrect me. I want to die in peace.
No, I won't
You
resurrect
see
you.
Harshnag has like a head in his hand. He's like, "Oh, Father, is this really who's
We're
to
the
do
prophecy
this?"
guys.
You know where I'm from because I don't.
Did you finish killing all of the giants?
Of course I did. You really think I'm gonna leave any of them alive?
Well, I was hoping you saved more for me. I need more practice.
You have more practice running away?
He drinks his drink slowly. That's weird.
No, part of Hakon's tattoos are like characters on his arm battling giants, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. I wanna be like, I noticed it looks like something you were prophesized to do, or
No, this is my family history. All my tattoos are familial. My tribe. This is kind of what they do. They tattoo the tribe's legacy, and this is the story of the people who created and established my tribe. And kind of, he shows off the one that's across on his chest, and his tattoos across his back. He's gotten several more tattoos since because he's had more time with his tribe. And so there's some tattoos that are spread out amongst these that have interwoven dragons and draconic imagery amidst them. And there's like a singular pose of Hakon with his blade towards the center of a 5-headed dragon on probably like his inner bicep, because that's a sword arm. So like just right there, it's like when he's flexing, you can see it.
When he flexes, do
Wow.
the dragons open and close their mouth?
No, they kind of like the heads kind of move as he's flexing the muscles. So
Holographic.
and the hand kind of like does a little bit of this while the muscles move.
We
So-
look this tattoo on.
And so he shows off all the tattoos. He's like, so yeah, so a lot of these are like family. And then my tribe, we're actually able to, not weird like you do it, but we can call upon the spirits of the dead to bring our ancestors kind of back in battle to help us. We call upon them.
No,
But we don't do it the way that you do it. Your way's weird.
Why do you think what are you talking about?
I saw it. It was like gross.
You
and stinky.
saw what? No,
it
that
smelled like you didn't take a bath this 10
There was
weeks. Like that
something-
one. Like that's weird.
You don't think the giants would work with the undead in a circumstance like this? How do you
I don't do a lot of thinking.
How do you go? Well, I don't do magic of that sort.
You don't do magic that thinks.
No, I don't do.
You don't do magic.
I don't do stinky magic. The one.
No, you do because the thing was stinking. It was very stinky.
That
so
wasn't-
you do stinky
that
magic.
wasn't-
You do.
You do sneaky magic, do magic. Ha!
It's like the fucking head from that at the museum.
I'm confused of what magic you're talking of, but you must be mistaken.
No, the big fat blobby body thing that you had. Yeah,
Nah,
that
it
wasn't
smelled.
that wasn't mine.
Then what's that? Then he points at your bag.
This is
Because
my-
that's weird.
This is my fanny pack.
What's that?
What's
You're
a fanny
too
pack?
old to know fashion. I carry just
I
little
was on to
trinkets in here.
Pull one out. I want to see. You got cool trinkets? I'll show you a trinket. We'll do
Alright,
tit for
well-
tat.
That sounds like a satchel.
Well, okay.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a satchel.
We should wager the trinkets.
Here's my lucky bone. It gives me luck, and I'll pull out a.
He pulls out a human femur.
You guys? No, I don't. No, I do not. I don't pull out a human femur.
It's
No.
just the bone, but it's a human femur bone.
What the
This is my lucky bone. And I have a few other things, but this is
Does
all
it
I feel
smell
comfortable sharing right
No.
now.
No, the bag doesn't produce like decayed corpses.
I'm gonna put it back in.
It's-
But
crazy.
you guys just watch him pull out a leg because the femur's in your leg, just a leg bone. Just pulls out a white leg bone out of the bag, and it for a second as he's opening it doesn't seem like there's really anything in there. Just reaches and grabs it and puts it back in, and boom.
Can you make them roll a medicine check to see if they know it's a human femur?
Sure, that's
Hell
fair.
yeah.
Do we have to?
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I can feel every single one in my body.
It's not like you
Do I
feel
get
that one
advantage?
get pulled out of you.
No,
But I
I
feel
got
at least one.
a 7.
And what is this? Medicine?
Medicine check.
Oh my nose.
Oh, I didn't roll yet.
So at the
Oh,
very
I could've
least,
said-
you see a
Yeah.
bone with two of its like socketed
You still probably.
joints because the leg bones are obviously connected to
19.
the more pocketed or the obviously with the
I
pelvis
just, I
and
just
the knee.
recognize that it's human.
What'd you roll?
7.
7. You recognize it's a bone, and that's big enough that it's probably in your
Boom!
leg. It's probably in the leg. What'd you roll?
19.
19. You recognize it as a human femur.
15.
Oh,
15. You recognize it as a
Fucking
most
Dexter.
likely a
Wait,
human-sized
wait.
bone,
Dexter.
That's a
and
human femur.
a leg bone of some sort.
I'm gonna put it back into my bag and zip it up.
You got a wishbone?
It doesn't have a zip. It just closes.
A wishbone.
Pull out a wishbone.
I don't have a wishbone in here.
Fuck you.
Ferris,
It's the only good bone.
you gotta be nice.
It's fine. We've been together
I'm
long
sorry,
enough. I know
thank you.
how it works. He doesn't mean anything by it.
I just get cranky, guys, okay? I'm
It's his
sorry.
dimension.
Does that happen in your old age?
Oh, water deep. Oh.
What?
Your old age!
Don't take
Yes.
this guy to water deep.
Why?
So he
Fucking
freaks out. He like
Why?
He's like, oh,
Disgusting.
he shakes. Dude.
How?
It's weird.
Let's build a big old nasty fucking concrete, whatever the fuck it is, on top of beautiful grasslands.
Don't-
Oh,
Used to be gorgeous.
Well, leader,
okay. I know some people who are like you.
don't we have more places we need to be going? Don't we have to like save the world from?
I mean, first, we're gonna have to rest up, and then we have plenty of time to travel.
Traveling Harshnag.
It'll take us a while to
What
get there.
time is it?
Goodness.
It's later in the night. It's that same night that we left off on.
Harshnag is our Sherpa. He's gonna take us where we gotta go.
What's the moon like tonight?
Full moon.
Full moon? Guys, I think we should build a tent.
What?
Build a tent.
Oh.
Varys, would you like help sleeping? I have a magical aid that would give you a very nice, well-rested sleep tonight.
Wait, what is it? I'm lost.
It's the best sleep
So
I've ever
it's
had.
the Pokemon combination when you use sleep powder, harden, and then pound.
I'll roll a persuasion.
Go for it.
You're gonna persuade me?
Yeah.
He's got to use charm first. Still a Pokemon move.
I got a 15.
Can't be charmed.
He's so. Well, hold on. So what you're trying to do here is to provide, at least
better
to
night's
explain.
rest.
It'd be
Yeah.
more fun if
So
you could get
it
charmed.
sounds like he has an option that he truly believes in. Are you being dishonest? Are you
No,
being
no, this
dishonest?
would knock you the fuck out. This
Okay.
is like some ancient fucking melatonin right here.
Okay, so it's something that he genuinely believes in, and that actually reminds me. I forgot to say that we're going to introduce a new mechanic in terms of how you guys are going to be rolling, charisma rolls against each other if it comes up. In the future, I'm going to ask you to roll either a perception or a persuasion or a deception roll, and for you to not declare which of those you're choosing. So you get to roll the roll, and all you got to do is say the number. Basically, I rolled this, and then in the midst of whether or not you are caught or not caught, so if the insight roll beats you or doesn't, then you can kind of decide what you give and how you give it. So if he rolls a higher insight, it can be you start to notice that I'm being a little bit deceitful in how I'm talking with you, or if he fails and the deception's 1, it's everything that I'm saying checks out. You get to kind of create that. So it removes the metagaming aspect of like, no, you roll a fucking deception. I know that shit. I don't trust him. Like that's to remove that. So because we're gonna have campaigns that are gonna have this element come up, and I don't want that to be a problem.
Did everyone understand? You guys clear on that?
Yes.
So moving forward, we won't declare what we're rolling on the speaker side. But for now, it seems like what the option he's presenting is something that he genuinely believes is a better alternative. What you choose to do, that you may choose upon your own.
How does it work?
Well, you close your eyes, and I do a few funny things with my hands in this little pouch here.
No. I don't trust you.
Why?
That's fucked up. Why do I have to close my eyes first?
You can keep your eyes open.
And then you do
If you
funny
want.
things?
Well, I don't know how to explain my magic to you.
I can. Weird.
Okay, wait, let me look at this spell on my phone.
My magic's simple. It's God's light.
Ha! It's hacking it up. I'm sorry.
Ferris looks disgusting.
Alright, you want to know how I do this, how I cast this spell? Fine, first, I grab a pinch of sand, and I throw it into the air above your head.
Pocket sand.
And then, I get a few rose petals, and I drop them down with the sand. And I have crickets, and they hop around you in a little circle.
I'm pretty sure it's called crabs.
It's like a love song.
Not crickets.
And I say an incantation,
No,
and I wave my wand, my ring.
I've slept normally for 700 years.
You're,
I'm gonna stick to it.
next time you go to sleep by yourself and you might not wake up.
Huh? Sucks for me. I'm going to bed. Good night.
Good night.
Rest up, old man.
Thank you.
Yeah, don't break a bone falling in.
My
Can I-
back.
Can I want to go to sleep next near him.
Whoa.
Snuggles in like without conserving heat.
Whoa.
You feel an arm from under just, and it goes all the way over and kind of holds on to you in a nice embrace.
When he's like in the process of falling asleep, I kind of want to wake up and try and cast sleep on him to see if I can see if my magic spell will help him have a better night's rest
Sure,
while he's like dozing off. Okay.
sure.
I'm gonna cast it at second level.
Okay, it doesn't work.
It does. Oh, he's.
You can't magically be but
Fuck. What are you, an elf?
Hmm?
Oh yeah.
Yep. But you've confirmed the long time theory.
That's. I guess that's a good thing to know.
Theory. The fucking.
Can I try casting it again just to make sure?
Yeah.
Okay. And it doesn't work.
Yeah, doesn't work.
Can I cast it as many times as I can in first level just to really make sure if it...
You watch him fly,
In trance, you're still technically like awake, right?
technically doing light activity. So in the midst of your trance, you know that Nephis is like
like 7 times.
He's like systematically trying to put you out with a sleep spell, and the incantation's failing every single time. And it's like the first time it was confusing, the second time you caught on, by the 7th time it was laughable. But you watch the whole process and kind of give him that room to just get it out. And then here we are.
Memphis, you should.
What?
You
You just woke up?
should try therapy. It might be good for you.
I'm not sure what that is.
You definitely need to look into it.
I'm really only interested in necromancy.
Well, it's a good way to learn necromancy. It helps you clear your mind so you can take more spells in.
If I clear my mind, I might forget something.
That's actually a pretty decent answer, I gotta say.
Obviously, I didn't mean to completely clear your mind.
So I'm gonna clear my mind now, and it takes a second. The stare locks in place, and you just see the drool slowly fall out, and you're like, Neff, are you good over there, buddy? He's like,
I told you this is why I can't do this.
no.
Mind empty.
You're like, this dude's got an intelligence of -1. Which isn't possible, but you're functionally
Well.
not functional. That's funny.
Let me show you.
Does anyone else have anything major that they'd like to do before rest? Because we are going to kind of skip ahead after a long bit of travel that we'll kind of go over. I'll give you some room to kind of work on some things if you can. Sounds good. Okay. So you guys go through a long rest. You get all your stuff back and begin your journey to the Valley of Kidrun. If you guys give me the map, I can actually point to you where specifically you guys are heading so that you guys can have a very good idea of kind of the journey that you're taking. So the Eye of the Allfather is located on this map, obviously, right here on this little dot on the Valley of
Yo, we're
Kidrun.
up there.
That's a farm.
Yeah.
Jesus,
and
yeah.
you guys have been journeying along the Desserin River, specifically more towards the Daggerford side of things. So you guys are kind of around
Down
here,
there, yeah.
just below the Somber Hills.
So was that like a week?
That's way longer than a week, dude.
Yeah, that's
It's like a month, maybe.
it's maybe a month and a half.
What? Bro, come on.
Yeah.
We gotta put those donkeys in gear.
Does Varys live?
Go! If they fall
Yeah.
over, buy another one.
Yeah, I'm not killing you of old age.
God.
We'll joke about it, but I won't actually claim you.
He does have a lot of falls, though.
Oh god!
He stumbles a bit.
Who put this fucking rock here?
You're God.
I think you mean sandbag,
Okay.
Mr. Biden.
She's destructive. She's a pacifist.
Here, you guys can take them
I'm
hat
gonna blow your lungs out, kid.
This month of journeying is actually very unique because you travel the whole length of it with both Harshnag and Hakon,
What?
who journeys with you the entire
Super
length of the
safe.
way. Eventually, the biome changes several times from grasslands to riverlands, over the hills and through the woods. To grandmother's house we go. No, more of like to the Eye of the Allfather. But eventually you reach the Spine of the World, which is the northernmost mountain range that separates the Sword Coast and the region of Faerun from the north, which is like Icewind Dale. Like
We don't
the
get
furthest
jumped
north.
on our way by bandits.
Occasionally, you have
Is
the
there a
occasional
giant ice
banditry. You get some giants that get you
Wait,
here and
what's-
there,
what's
but
the weather?
with a group of you, they die effortlessly. At the current moment,
Snow.
you are in a Arctic biome.
So we don't
You're
see
in
the
a-
temple yet, right?
Not yet, but you're in a snowy mountain range.
It's like the Night's Watch.
Yeah, that'd be a good way of putting it. Just with less trees. More of the mountains, and not an ice wall. More of just icy mountains, snowy mountains.
Cold as fuck.
Exactly. Your breath like a thick cloud with every word that you say and every exhale.
You really need to watch Lord of the Rings.
The gathering of
You haven't
water
seen those movies?
stores well in your water packs. Hakon actually is able to provide food for all of you amongst the journey as he's able to
that's
hunt,
right.
and he is able to hunt pretty well. Comes back. You guys eat very well. In fact, across this journey, from bears to bison to not lobster, but we'll say maybe like some river crawdads. You could probably pick up a few in the
beef.
Riverlands.
I just
I
like
was gonna
to.
say,
I eat alone.
Crawdads.
Just because I try and keep my face as
Okay.
concealed as
And chicken.
possible.
Right.
Mm.
Eventually, you guys arrive at the
Don't eat beef.
Eye of the Allfather, this temple,
Beef flavor?
and we have officially gotten back to the very same point in this adventure that we first began.
oh, and the
If you remember all that time ago, 9 episodes when we first began this adventure. So the now 6 of you, with Hakon included, cross a massive chasm along the length of a naturally formed rock stone bridge. There is a 40-foot wide causeway which leads to the entrance of this temple. The temple has an illuminated glow based off of the ice that surrounds the front of it. Sheer cliffs plunge on either side of you, hundreds of feet. The causeway is covered with a foot of snow, bearing you up to your ankles and your cloven hooves. The crunch of snow with each step, just a white noise to bring ambience to your travel before you arrive at the front to this temple. As I described, Harshnag grabs his axe and begins knocking down some of these ice pillars and breaking them free so that he can get in and he can make his way through. And after knocking down 2 of them, you guys are able to go in. And it is dark. We can stick with the potential continuity, and someone could pull out a torch, or we have a prism that we can use if you would like to use your lantern.
I would.
So Varys, like an old watchman in the night, grabs his
Who's out there?
his
That's the dude who
prism
always
lantern.
dies, though, dude.
His prism lantern.
Not in Polar Express.
What color light would you activate it at this time?
To fit the thematic, probably. I was thinking blue.
Blue. I was just thinking white because it's the classic,
That or yellow. Yellow's like a daylight,
yeah.
and white is like a bright light.
But blue like fits the ice.
Sure.
Maybe I don't know.
You could. It'd be 30 feet of bright blue light and 30 feet of an additional dim blue light.
I'd like it.
Blue light's
Okay.
good for you too.
A blue light shines itself through here, and as you initially walk through the causeway, I would like the 4 of you to make perception rolls for me.
Oh lordy. Go ahead. Man,
It's called.
I got a 15. Yeah,
Use
it's
more
not.
inspiration.
It's definitely caught. I can't tell what that
Oh, is that con? That is, huh?
Yeah, it's fine.
What'd you get?
15.
15.
21.
18.
7.
Okay. You all hear voices at the furthest edge of this long, dark walkway. Processional, almost. You cannot see them because they are too far. And any of you guys who have dark vision should only have it up to 60 feet. They are well past that.
Do they see us?
Not that you know.
They probably are talking as if like they haven't even noticed us yet.
I'm gonna turn on the lantern.
You turn off the lantern.
Can I be walking like beside him?
Sure.
Wait, before I do that, can I like grab Pultra's hand?
Yeah.
I'm
Nice.
scared.
Because he can't. Well, he can't see.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So, as you grab onto his arm to kind of guide him,
Can I
With
roll
your-
stealth?
in a moment, with your passive perception, Varys, you're actually the only one to notice this. You notice gaps in the ceiling that are cut into 2 separate gaps, suggesting the presence of hanging blocks of stone.
Like traps?
Maybe.
Oh no, you know what? If we
Like
make,
a fucking.
I'm
That's
thinking
what I was
one thing if we are loud enough that it might shake it and like collapse whatever the snow
Yeah,
is.
or if it comes down.
Mm-hmm. If we're loud, like if I were to shoot my gun, it could probably.
Can I
drop.
mend it
Yeah,
back?
we definitely don't want to be
No.
underneath it.
Because
No.
these 2 slabs have already fallen.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna look at everyone and go, we should be quiet. And ask everyone to roll a stealth check. If they would, please.
Oh, what if we could be stealthy without having to do a check for it?
Well, I assume we would have to make
Well,
a
we
check
don't have
for
to
it
be
count.
stealthy. We just have to be careful.
I want to move ahead though. I want to get up there and just see what's like scout
Yeah,
out them.
Well,
And see-
Tell me what to
careful
do.
and sneaky
Tell me
is
what to
different.
do.
I'm gonna sneak up closer to them
Like, I mean, we
to
can't
see if I could
sneak.
get a better picture of them. If you want to join me.
Sure.
Oh,
No,
So
no, I
we're-
don't want to join you. My perception's bad, and I roll a little.
No, we're not doing perception. We're doing stealth, aren't we?
Yes.
Varus literally turns invisible.
I got a 17.
Hakon rolls a
I'm
21.
also turn it. Let's go invisible again.
Oh, it's nice that I get to play Hakon today. He pulls out his sword and rolls.
This is for stealth.
Leroy Jenkins! No, yeah, he rolls a 21. And then Harshnag, I gotta roll for him. He rolled a 15 plus. Where's his?
Plus.
Yeah, I gotta see if
he's
he's
a
got.
giant.
I have to see if it's a plus or minus to this, so I gotta find his.
Who the fuck is he sneaking up on, man?
Apparently everybody.
Wait, he's
Forget
sneaking
about
Oh,
it.
he's
Crawling
just a
giant.
normal. He just uses normal frost giant stats, just with minor
He just
changes.
looks like a rock.
He rolls.
As long as you
Go.
sit still, they won't know.
He's got a perfect roll.
So he
Like Snake.
Like,
gets
you
a
don't even hear.
-1, so he rolls a 14.
Does that pass?
If a giant rolls in the forest,
I guess we'll find
and
out.
no one,
I think it's a group.
no one's around to hear.
Oh, is it?
I guess we'll find out. So you guys,
Must have been the
how do you guys wish to do this? How do you guys want to keep moving? How would you like to move forward?
Pink
Stealth.
Panther.
Wait, you said there's like no beams under the bridge, isn't it? Are there? There's nothing.
Well, you guys are now officially in the temple.
Well, we're sneaking in the snow, so I'm
Nope,
assuming.
you guys are officially in the temple. So the temple doesn't have doors. It has this open, at least to how to enter it. It is a very just wide open, kind of like causeway structure that Harshnag broke pillars out of in order to get in.
Sneaking through the temple.
Or at least we could.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm more so worried
But
about
this-
like how we're gonna try to do that.
What do you mean?
So there's guys in the temple. Can we see them?
You cannot see
No,
them, but you
we
can hear
we can
them.
hear them. Can everyone
Oh,
hear
because
it?
it's pitch black.
Yes, you can hear
Well, can
them.
I ask, Harshnag, are you required to go farther with us into the temple? Or could you watch the entry for us?
I mean, I could watch the temple. I could, but I don't think anyone's followed us. Seems like there's looters. I would prefer that they die.
Would you be willing to
They're just
wait here
looters.
until you hear Misery's gunshots to come to our aid?
No gunshots in here.
I know.
I think.
Well, I mean, cause hear me out.
and then cause an avalanche, dude.
What I'm thinking
I
is
know.
either we're in there and Misery has to shoot. Like we'll hit a point where it's like, okay, it's combat. Misery needs to shoot, and if Misery needs to shoot, he's gonna hear that. 'Cause
You
it'll
watch
echo all
as
the
he
way back.
walks up with to one of the where the stone slabs are that have fallen from the ceiling, and he picks up a chunk of them, like a big chunk, and goes, "I think if we're worried about distance, I'll be fine."
Okay.
And he like grips it with
Never
2
mind.
hands.
Varus, you and I, we both can cast invisibility. What if we sneak up? You said you can go invisible.
No, I
right?
said I was invisible because I rolled a nat 20 on stuff.
Oh. Okay.
I
Who
can't cast invisibility.
who does the most burst damage? Is that you, Nick?
Almost.
Without making noise.
Well, I mean, it still makes noise, but
What's your dexterity?
12.
Fuck.
I have a 20.
The best at like stealth killing would probably still be you.
Let's say I have a suppressor.
Do you have a melee weapon?
that
Yeah,
would
I have
be
a short
cool.
sword.
Okay.
We're talking, but you're killing them all. We just can't hear it.
Change of plan. Misery. I have hold person, so it seemed like from there was. Did you say that there was
We
like
could
2 of
just
them
walk
that we
through.
could
We
hear?
don't know. We hear people.
You just hear people.
Let's just walk through here.
Your voices.
Just
and,
walk through.
And maybe get ambushed.
Misery. What if I turn you invisible?
stop me. I'll go. For real.
We will.
Brother through, you know what I'm saying?
Misery, let me turn you invisible, and you go up there and check it. And I'll come with you as backup, but I will stay far behind you, and you let me know if it's clear. and I have hold person if we need to escape.
I'm gonna look at Hakon.
Oh, okay. I was like,
And I'm gonna look at Harshnug and look back at us. I think we could just beat whatever's there anyways.
I mean, but
Let's
we
just
don't.
go through.
We don't
Like,
know what's
we-
there.
We're at the
Exactly.
advantage.
We're adventurers.
So are you saying Hakon is ready to kill with us? These random people.
Well, he won't let us die.
Did you see these random people?
Yeah, I'll go in with you. I'm not worried about that.
Well, this feels a little bit like cheating, doesn't it?
I call it a favor from the gods.
Alright, let's go then.
I call it breakfast.
Well, we're not all Hakon gods.
I don't think we had breakfast.
Exactly.
Some of
Because
us
what we eat is victory.
Hakon,
I prefer real food.
if we get into a fight, let
That
us
means you lose.
let us duke it out first. See if we can handle it on our own.
There's no fun in that.
Well, you killed God. What's it? What fun is there in fighting anymore? For you?
Every battle is fun. I wish my life to be filled with it endlessly.
Probably gets more fun. He never loses.
It's because I started eating victory for breakfast.
That's like playing against children and saying you're having a good time.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, sometimes you play with kids and you have a great time.
I do remember the time you were screaming at that child, so I'd say.
What are you talking about?
You're right, my bad. It was a fucking. I don't even.
No, how about
Played that
what we do is we go down there the way that you guys are saying, like, quiet like, and we just like, no, get him.
Boom!
Shit.
Exactly.
I like it.
Who's that?
Let's scare the fuck out of these guys.
You know, my bad for trying
Be a
to
little
come
quieter
up with
while
a
we do
plan.
it, though.
No, I'm gonna scare the shit out of them. It'll make so much shit in their pants.
Actually, you're
Watch
going.
this fight.
You're gonna make them brown their trousers.
You're going to walk in the front.
Thaumaturgy, trust me.
It's gonna be a deluge.
How about we go see who it is?
Or let's just
Okay.
What
go.
if they're nice people?
Okay, so how are we moving forward? Like to move up then, if we're gonna do.
He has
super
to
quiet.
hold my hand. I'm
Right, 'cause you gotta
next
be
to
guided.
him, Yeah.
I'm in the back.
I'm gonna be ahead of them.
Okay, you're gonna be ahead of him. How far would you like to be ahead of him?
I am safe.
How far can you see?
60 feet.
I prefer 30 though. It's a
I was
little
gonna
hard
say,
after the first 30.
I'll be like 30 feet ahead,
Mhm.
just so you can still see me.
Mm-hmm.
Am I able to see in the dark too?
Yes, you have dark vision up to 60 feet.
I'll be behind them.
Behind them?
Yeah.
Okay. Hakon also doesn't have dark vision?
Looks like I
Oh
can
yeah,
hold his
he's a
hand.
human.
No, wait.
Fuck Hakon.
You can hold his
Hakon's
hand.
Hakon, though. He just knows where to
He can't be stealthy, huh?
go. Can't he fly?
He can. He rolled a 21.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
And he's
He's-
up there with me
he's
then.
like-
well,
he's like-
then how about he's with me then?
He's like,
because I rolled
Sure.
high too.
Sure, he'll be up there with you.
No, he won't hold your hand though. dude.
I know.
Yeah,
doesn't wanna ask
he
for
makes it
help.
very like he's like I'll walk with you, but
But
I
it's
won't hold
stealthy
your
as
hand.
shit.
So you're gonna need
yo,
to
where's
like
Hakon?
I'll listen for your footsteps.
I didn't want to hold your hand anyways.
Good.
Okay, well we're moving forward.
Hakon's married to Vidania, you motherfucker.
I didn't say I wanted to hold his hand. I didn't want to.
You were teasing me.
No, he's making he's coming off as like I won't hold your hand. Like
Yeah,
Yeah, he
he's-
didn't have to say
he
anything, bro.
initiates
He
he
walked out,
initiates
he's
the
like, I won't
awkwardness.
do
It wasn't like you want to hold my hand. No, it's like I'm definitely not holding your hand.
Yeah, so
Don't
I told him I was
ask.
like I wasn't gonna.
You should
hold
wave
your
your
hand.
tail in front of him.
It's like oh, you don't get a piece of this.
Dude, you should
Yeah,
get
that
Hakon to
didn't
cheat
happen.
on his wife,
No,
dude.
that's terrible.
Yo.
You should get Hakon to cheat on Vidania.
Yo.
terrible.
117, bro.
That's
Oh, I'm leaving that one in. I hope that hurt you.
Take that out for the kids, dude.
No, you'll live. Oh, we want to make sure Vidania doesn't see this.
I can disguise myself to look like Vidania's guy.
Yo, that's like
Dude, it's
third generation manipulation, dude.
Normally, when you disguise yourself as, I mean, this is technically D&D, so it's not that far off from what I imagine some people have done.
VR?
Oh my good. Anyways, so
That'd
as
be
you guys
nuts.
continue walking through, what you begin to notice, for those of you that can see, is that on either side of this walkway, which is about 40 feet long, are ledges that are 20 feet tall. Tall. The floor to ceiling is massive, by the way. It's 40 feet tall, 40 feet wide. and long. As you get 60 feet away from where the voices are, you see, with Hakon, what these voices are.
Mhm.
There's a set of doors at the top of a staircase. Staircase that ascends 40 feet before ending in a platform that matches the level of the ledges. There are doors that far surpass the size you've ever imagined. Quite literally giant in size. At the base of this is a collection of 6 human males with all of their might trying to nudge the door open even an inch. They're failing quite miserably. Behind them, watching them do this, is another human male, and then a human female, and a pet that eerily looks like the smallest of white dragons. Like
No way is it what's her
like
face?
bear size and a bit longer.
The white dragon mask lady.
The human female that's here is dressed similarly to all of the human males. They are very tribal in their approach. Yet, their tribalism is marked with that of draconic imagery. So while they have bones, it seems like they put the bones of drakes across, maybe like his helmets or across their body. They have tattoos as well, and the tattoos are that of a great...
No, because they seem too tribal.
Yeah, a great...
They have bone armor.
The tattoos are purple in color.
Oh man. Wow, that sells it.
But as you see the mix of them there, they do not seem to have noticed you, but you and Hakon have both noticed
Can
them.
we just listen in?
You may. So
Just to see if
they're
they seem-
speaking they're speaking human, and the male that is not working on the doors seems to be the
Oh, the
leader.
standing with the-
Yeah, he seems to be the leader. They're taking too long. They're not gonna get this damn door open. They need to fucking hurry. Hurry up! You're not getting food. And you can see the female that's with him. Chief Wormblood, if you keep pushing them, they're going to exhaust themselves. I'm trying to work on a magic. Maybe the Great Worm will bless me. The door is not budging. But how could it? You're too small. We're not too small. That's loser talk. And he spits on the floor in front of you. Get that door open, or it's the last spell that you'll cast. Sorry, Chief. Yes, Chief. We'll get to it.
Well, those men are busy opening the door. Hakon and I could just come up from behind and put a blade to their neck. Yeah.
Knock them all out, man. Go to sleep. Check said go to sleep.
There's a little bit of white dragon.
Walk. Sneak up on them.
Do what?
Take that woman hostage.
I'm like not cool with taking ladies hostages.
Then I can do it.
I took his mom hostage,
Then I
dude.
can-
He knows how it
I can
feels.
take her hostage.
Let's take the dude hostage. Why don't we gotta take the lady hostage? That's a little fucked up.
She
It's
has-
because I took his mom when hostage.
She sings. I mean, she knows spells, so she could be dangerous.
Yeah, but it's like rude.
Actually, sexist to take the male hostage.
I leave you guys to this.
No, I
Well
was.
then, paint me a victim.
I'm gonna take the female. You're gonna take the man hostage.
Oh, have fun.
It's just distasteful.
That's a girl. Call him sexist.
No,
Fine, you get the lady. I'll get the dude.
just hold him for me.
What about the dragon?
It's a baby.
It's the size of a polar bear.
He did not. You didn't.
Yeah, it's the size of a bear.
Oh, that was like a little itty bitty thing.
That is in a little itty bitty thing.
It's
For
not
dragons.
bag from Harry Potter.
no, I take that back. We're not gonna see. I didn't even think it was that
Okay.
big.
We're
Yeah, it's that
picturing
big.
the
Okay.
Harry Potter.
Like a little
Yeah.
itty bitty, like a little.
No.
chihuahua.
Yeah, no.
Okay, never mind. Okay, so let me rephrase
They
it.
have
'Cause I
a
had no
dragon
idea.
on their side?
Yes. I
Well,
had
what
no
color
idea.
dragon is
It's
it?
white scale.
So then it'd be Frost.
It's evil dragon.
Yeah, it's metallic.
It's what?
Chromatic.
That's what I meant. Wrong one.
Wait, I have a question to ask.
You're not with us.
I'm with Hakon.
Not yet, because you traveled back. He
Yeah,
went up.
Wait.
He didn't go with
Hacken
you.
and I went up
He went
ahead.
with Misery instead.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You're behind us.
Okay, how about this? Why don't we just wait for our group to come over here? We just tell them that there's
So we have Harshnag throw a rock at him.
at the dragon.
That's gonna be bloody.
Well, we never said it was gonna be clean.
Am I there yet?
Fair enough. About this time, you guys have walked up with Harshnag.
Did I overhear anything?
Just a bit of it where it's like, I never said it was going to be clean. And then you hear like an awkward silence and like, I like the way you think.
And I see a dragon.
You're going to be close behind them. So give it like 2 sentences and then you're in.
Oh my god. Is that a giant lizard?
Yeah, it's a giant. Shh. We're going to have Hakon throw a rock, or Harshnag throw a rock at it.
Hakon.
Do we know if they're bad? Let's just talk to them.
Are the white dragons good or bad?
Well, they're terrible. Not good. But I've killed a few. They're not that bad. This one's tiny. Pup.
Are they evil?
It's like bashing a kid's head into a wall.
Are they evil?
But the kid's a dragon.
They're just people. We can't kill them.
Oh, we can definitely kill them.
We can.
There's
the chromatic creature thing.
there's-
No,
Casualties and-
I had no problem with it. We just slaughtered them all.
There's casualties everywhere.
He wanted to hold the girl hostage. I said that was rude.
What if
Then we decided to throw a rock at a dragon,
What if I cast Hold Person on both of them?
and then he can throw the rock at the dragon.
Let's just.
That's a
scare
good
them
idea.
off. We're in a dark room. They can't see.
They have a dragon. We're going to scare them off.
We just throw. We have the rock. Someone. what's his
Yes,
name?
we're going to scare them with a
Wait,
rock.
aren't we bigger than the
Hard
dragon?
knock. We'll have hard knock throw his rock.
The
at
rock,
the
or
dragon.
the rock.
And
The
we're going
dragon's
to
as big
scare
as a
them.
And we're
bear.
gonna scare the rest of them.
That's not true.
As you guys
They
are
have a
talking,
dragon.
as you guys are talking
But
amongst
it'd be
yourselves,
dead.
you overhear.
Yeah.
You overhear. Hey, wait! You hear that?
I go prone. First gets so scary, that's prone.
Can I prepare Hold Person that if they notice us to Hold Person both of them?
Sure.
Wait, would I? If I dig my barrel into the snow, will that do anything? Does
It's
it-
not snowy inside.
Oh. Do you have a pillow?
It's just in your bag.
It's not a bad option.
I grab little Timmy's doll.
No.
What the hell?
Little Timmy's already been yelled at by an adventurer, dude.
Be like, yo, put this pillow on your face and then yell into it really loud. Anyways, you guys go quiet. They're gonna make a perception check with disadvantage
No, no.
Can I-
because they don't have dark
Oh,
vision.
okay. Oh, okay.
They are using. As you guys are closer and closer, you notice that they're illuminated by torchlight, but the torchlight only goes out so far.
Who's that? I heard someone making noise.
They missed. They were like, oh, must be nothing. And walk back.
Must have been the wind.
You see, he waves the torch a bit ahead of him. Hurry up and open that damn door! I'm tired. It sounds like there's things here. And he grabs into a bag and pulls out a chunk of meat, flips it over to the dragon.
Is it wearing like a collar?
It is. It's leashed.
It is.
It's leashed to his right arm.
To
Yeah,
him.
yeah, by a chain.
Oh. So he.
So we should take his right arm.
Mm-hmm. Take his. Literally, just take it and then
I'm
we'll
just kidding.
have
Would
sex.
you like me to initiate this by having Harshnag throw a boulder?
Wait, can I try something before?
At the train.
What would you like to try?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
I
just
wanna,
scare the people.
I wanna cast message
They're just
into the
looters.
dude's head
That
and
woman-
and pretend to be
a
his
wizard
inner
of some sort.
dialogue
She-
and tell him
speaks
that
of
the girl is
rage.
going to betray him
casts
once they
spells
get
on
the
you.
door open and take
'Cause
everything
she
for
doesn't-
Why do you want
herself.
to kill her?
She just doesn't seem right.
I would need you would need to attempt. You could try this,
No.
Okay.
but it'd be difficult because you're going to have to mirror this guy's voice, which means you're going to have to make a performance check at disadvantage because you have had no time to study his voice in order to mimic it.
What if I just try and do like a wispy voice, like I'm like a spirit going in and out of his ear, kind of?
Then I will allow you to make the disadvantage with the roll with no disadvantage, but a higher DC.
I think you should actually have to do it and see if Ethan thinks it's
Okay,
playable.
I'll do the first one.
Okay. So,
Wait, what?
what would you like to say?
When have you ever trusted? You fool. The lady right beside you plans on taking everything for herself once the doors get open. You thought she wanted to share? Do you want to share? No, all of this belongs to you.
Okay. Make a performance roll at disadvantage.
I don't have a good. I have a +0.
Why are you doing it?
Because it sounds fun.
That's pretty long.
Okay, that's a 16. And you said disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, get a 20.
Okay, I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
Oh man, get a 20.
Salute. Nat 1.
Oh,
nat one.
no.
I fucking hate disadvantage.
You're so caught up in trying to mimic the voice that you don't recognize that you're saying the whole message out loud
What?
as you're casting it.
No, that's just embarrassing.
Which all of you guys hear as he points at this man and he starts shouting
Oh,
in
no.
this weird mimicked voice everything that he just said.
Oh no.
Hakon looks like there's a look of confusion,
Me
like
too.
genuine
Me
confusion,
too.
and he grabs his blade and draws it and immediately bolts forward. Like that's like a recognition, like fuck, and then moves. Harshnag takes that immediate moment, like having traveled with Hakon for a while, kind of gets the way that he functions, and he's going to attempt to hurl this rock at this.
Fucking dragon.
Dude, I'm the weird kid who thinks he can cast magic in class, dude.
You think you can battle against me? Fireball jutsu! You pulled out a big lighter, buddy. Calm down. Calm down.
Fuck, dude.
Calm down, my guy. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and throw this rock, but he does not have an advantage to hit anymore.
Oh.
But he does roll a
Sorry.
24. And
Oh, to you.
I mean, I
Good
guess
thing
when
that
your
rock
weapon
hit.
is that big, yeah.
I mean, when you're a giant, you have a +9.
Wait, how
attack
big is it
roll.
a rock? How big is the rock?
Massive.
It's pretty big.
Wait, he's got a boulder?
It's at least
He's
4
throwing like a
inches.
boulder at this guy?
It's like a
At
basketball
the
game.
dragon. Yeah, he's throwing the
Fucking
size.
arcades.
Well, I mean, it's as big as a giant's
Giant
hand.
sports,
So
dude.
think of it this way: it's as
Makes
big
so
as
much
his hands.
Can you throw
Money
like a
off
disc?
giant
Like you know how
sports.
people do that spin and they throw the
His
disc.
hands like probably this
Like
big.
the
I would.
The sh-
Would you
not the
rather
shot
watch
put.
humans
No,
play
this one
football
they
or
spin. They
giants?
spin and
Yeah.
I'd rather play.
Why
It's like
can't
almost
you
like a
have a
giant
Tron
Each
disc?
suck. Each team.
a Tron disc.
2 giants against like 10 humans football.
I mean, he's just gonna hurl it.
Giants would fucking-
I mean, to be
The
fair.
humans get special tools.
You need like,
like
100
rope
humans,
that they can
like
trip them
100 humans.
It's just Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Football between.
Anyways, he hurls this rock, and as it flies through the darkened tunnel, it hits this.
This poor dragon.
It hits this
It's
dragon.
a white dragon.
It is a white dragon wormling.
This is right when he eats his food and he's all happy.
Yes, who?
He's like, I'm a good boy.
You kill the baby dragon.
Let's put it this way:
God.
this white dragon wormling has just finished a meal. Is licking its lips, ice and frost kind of exhaling from its mouth as it breathes. Turns to the left, hears voices. Master's pretty loud, always is. Turns to the right, yuck. Turns back to the left, Master's still being loud. And then there's no more thought. And I mean, realistically speaking, there couldn't be, because this boulder impacts a creature with 32 health with the weight of 36 points of damage and utterly buries it into the ground. It's an explosion of blood and gore that sprays everywhere, catching everyone in the immediate on guard, off, like completely off.
Good job, Harshnag.
You prepared a hold person, so I'm going to allow you to go ahead and cast hold person. What level are you going to cast it at?
Third.
Third level, so that it gets the 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
That poor dragon. I thought it would take like one hit and still be fine, but that's, he got fucking
It's
crushed.
a baby dragon, dude.
At least that was his last thought.
If it's not as big as a car, it's not scary.
Wait, what?
What?
Like a dragon? The size of a bear.
Yeah, which is like, it could be like a little sedan.
What's your spell save DC?
A bear.
Is it, you wouldn't be
is
fucking
it
tripping balls
10
if a bear
plus my
fucking exploded right in
proficiency?
front of you?
No, it's
Or-
8 plus your
I would lose
proficiency
my
plus your
shit, dude.
spellcasting
You want
modifier.
the
Listen,
guts of it, like
if I was an
blood-
adventurer, no. I'm
16.
not an adventurer.
Okay, he fails, she succeeds. So the whole person is casted, and only the chieftain is paralyzed. Hakon immediately has moved up. You can see in the midst of his charge, but I'm about to give you guys stuff to do in just a moment. I'm trying to describe things as they come. In the midst of his charge, he does not enter rage, but he goes and recklessly attacks this chieftain
No.
because he is currently paralyzed.
Oh, rip, dude.
And how many attacks did you have at level 16?
Wasn't it like 3 or 4?
It was 3 or 4. Yeah, I don't remember. I want to say it was.
Can you check?
I
If you,
want to say it was.
if you look at the barbarian class page, it'll say for the multi-attack if it adds any
I wanna
additional. I'm gonna roll 2 for certain.
I want to say 3
Let me look.
for sure.
Okay, so the first one crits because he's paralyzed.
Jesus fucking
The second one
Christ.
is you get a +5 to your proficiency, his +10 or +5 to your strength. That hits. I didn't even have the Great Weapon Master the first one, but I've been Great Weapon Mastering all of them.
Let me just double check the class. I think it was only 3 though.
Okay, fine. It'll be under multi-attack. It's the 5th level feature.
It's extra attack. And it says at 5th level you can attack twice instead of once whenever you take the attack action. But what else was it? Yeah, let me
It
check
would have been
this.
something from your Great Weapon Master then.
Magic.
Yeah, it'd be something from your Great Weapon Master feat that occasionally gave you an additional attack then.
Oh, it would have been, yeah, it was if you critted on a Great Weapon Master feat. You
Or
could
kill
attack
someone.
it, Yeah.
And all of these are
Or,
crits.
yeah,
So he gets the extra attack.
yeah.
Does it apply to that creature or is it free because he has the crit?
Let me double check Great Weapon Master.
You would know this a lot better than I do.
That's
Because if so, he's crit all 3.
Wow.
He's paralyzed, so whole person's
with the
paralysis.
Great Weapon Master buff too.
Correct. It's, all he has to do is land a hit, and he has a
Okay.
+12 to hit on this.
So
I'm
when
hitting
you
with +7.
score a critical hit with a melee weapon or reduce it to 0 points, you can make one melee weapon attack as a bonus action.
Okay,
so you
cool.
can use the bonus action to make the
Let's see how much
extra attack.
health this dude has.
True, right? Dude, he's gonna explode. The
You
dragon
don't-
just exploded. Now this guy's.
You don't know. You don't know that.
Like, damn, why the fuck are we even here? Like, there's giant.
To watch.
fucking
You're here to spectate.
honestly. I think
So-
I'll be dead before it's even my turn.
Oh my
7,
We haven't
Push.
even rolled initiative yet.
gosh. I know.
14 plus 10, 24 plus 9 is 33 points of damage on the first hit.
Just give him haste.
That's just the first?
Just the
give,
first.
Just give him haste.
9 plus 7, 16 plus additional 7 is 22 plus 10 is 32 on the second.
Nice. 65.
He's not dead.
Come on, dude. Come on, dude. You get
No,
35.
he's not dead. Yeah, I don't even need to roll on the third one.
Well,
He
what
is
if you
just-
hit 100? You gotta roll it, dude. Come on, dude. Hit 35. Hit 35, dude. Triple digits.
6. No, I rolled really low on this one. 6 plus 3, so
no.
9 plus 7 for 16 plus 10, 26.
Oh.
So, as
9
Hakon
points
runs, and by the way, he does have unarmored movement, so he's a lot faster than you would have imagined him to have been. And you guys actually get to see Hakon enter a fight, like from his point of view, and he bolts up there swiftly. His blade immediately is run through this this chieftain who has no chance to move because one, his arm is caught moving back from the weight. You have to remember, his arm was tied by a
Oh,
leash.
damn.
The arm dislocated at the joint as the creature died, so his arm is back and frozen in pain. He doesn't have a chance. He doesn't have a chance to even react to that before a great sword is run through him to the hill, and Hakon uses the additional 2 crits to bisect him from the waist up, causing him to split like wet noodles down the middle.
Oh my gosh.
Then the paralysis drops and the body moves. And what happens, I'll say it's kind of like an anime kill. The blood doesn't happen until after the fact. And it's just... and it's everywhere. Because of that, all the other berserkers that are at the door all pull out great axes, and the shaman is stunned in place where she stands. She's not paralyzed, she succeeded, but she is like stunned in place. You guys now have run up, except for you because you're ranged and you probably are a little bit behind.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
but the
aiming
two
my
of you
gun.
have kind of run up to Hakon's point, and Harshnag has pulled out his great axe. At this point, I will say you activate the prism so that there's some more lighting in here, or do you want to keep it under the cover of darkness?
Yeah, no, I'll light the prism.
You will. So with the prism, it doesn't make you guys lighted. It makes them a lot more lighted, as you basically are shining bright light in their face. With that, what would you guys like to do? How do you want this to go? They have their axes out, and they look, the bright light's now in their face. I'm going to let you guys kind of narrate how we want this to move.
Well, these 4 guys, it looks like
Six.
they're being commanded.
6.
The 6.
6 guys.
Including the shaman and
Correct.
the chief?
Yeah.
So that would be 4?
4 men, yeah.
No.
There's 6.
6.
Oh, plus the chief.
Plus the 2.
Yeah.
So 7 in total right now.
I'm gonna
There was
put,
8. There was
Okay.
8, 9 considering the dragon.
I'm gonna put my hand on our leader's back and say, I don't think we need to kill all of these people here.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, man.
You
Now
see
get up the
Hakon
speech.
goes, do you want me to scare him off, or shall you?
Scare him off.
No, Luck should. He's our leader.
You mean
Lux.
Or you got Hakon in here, bro.
We'll talk
You're
about how you know
confusing me.
Lux in a
I
minute.
thought I had the bitch.
Anyways, he walks up with his sword, which is covered in blood,
Man.
and he looks at him. He goes, and he puts the sword in the body of the chieftain and leaves it there. He crosses his arms and looks amongst all of these berserkers who have their axes ready and goes, "What's going to happen next is going to determine how the rest of your lives move forward. You're only going to have a short time to answer, so you're going to need to think of your answer quite quickly, okay? I can't guarantee your safety from this point moving forward. Everyone behind me is getting ready to kill you. I will kill you if you are to fall by my blade, the same way I've killed your leader," and he is stepping on the body. It's a sign of disrespect.
Christ, yeah.
It's a sign of disrespect. You're seeing Hakon in his tribal form right now. As that happens, he begins to rage, and the spiritual warriors of his ancestors go behind him. You do not fight anyone but a member of one of the strongest tribes of the Grey Peak Mountains. My ancestors fight beside me. Yours will get to know you in just a moment. That being said, you have just a moment to answer the question that will forever decide the fate that you live. If you have sons and daughters, if you have wives and mates, let me know what you'd like me to tell them once I've killed you.
Jesus
He's also silhouetted because of my light behind him.
Yeah.
So, like, way fucking scary.
He's got blue light coming behind him.
Because of that, he gets advantage on his intimidation roll.
Jesus,
Yo, that's kinda-
crazy.
He rolls an 18
I want to see some shit in your pants.
plus 5, so 23.
You're
Take
gonna.
One of them takes his great axe and goes, "That's not worth it. I'm not dying. I'm not dying today." And he throws his axe to the ground. The shaman catches that. And she goes ahead and she's going to cast Blight on him, which is a 4th level necromancy spell.
This lady's got
That
a
spell
party, dude.
that spell flies out towards the guy who's surrendering. It's a sign of weakness. And as the bolt of the necromancy touches him, it blackens his veins. You guys get to see it in bright light. It desiccates the corpse, so it draws out all the moisture and turns him into a dried husk. And he drops to the ground, dead, as he's screaming in pain.
Is she,
Wait.
Wait,
Can
no.
I rush up and lay on hands him before he dies?
Oh, that won't be possible.
It's
Not,
like
wait,
instant.
what if I
necrotic.
use it? Oh.
Yeah.
When she does that, can I banish her?
Yes, yes, you
What?
may. Yes, you
What?
absolutely may. I was gonna have Hakon attempt to kill her in a second, but
I was
this is
gonna try
cooler.
to disarm her.
That
Yeah,
also would have been cool. So,
what?
so we're gonna cast Banish on her.
Just
What do I have to do?
yeah, right.
I'm gonna send her to another dimension.
Yeah, you'll send her to a harmless demi-plane if she's from this plane normally, or you'll send her back to a plane of her own if she's not.
Forever?
Yeah. Forever if this isn't her plane.
Yeah, if this is not her home, it does banish them. If it is their home, then they only are gone for like 10 minutes. So what do I gotta do?
Attempt similar. The target must succeed on a charisma saving throw.
What's the DC?
The DC is against 9, so 16.
Yeah. Okay. She rolled a 7. So I haven't ever asked this question in this manner, but how would you like to do it?
Oh shit!
You're banishing her to a dimension.
A permanent one?
We'll get there.
Yeah, we're about to find out.
In the moment of what you're witnessing, I'm sure banish has like a verbal component to it. So like, how would you like to do it? How are we banishing her?
Can I say?
And this is also going to feed into like the intimidation factor.
Can I see? I want to do a deeper voice for it, but you speak when spoken to, and I'm gonna banish her.
Dude, his eyes glow, dude. His power just fucking emanates.
Okay.
The lantern in his hand.
Oh my gosh.
She didn't speak though.
But verbal, like with the blight, I assume there's verbal components to it.
Well, check if you can for me the spell blight. Check to see if it has a verbal component as a casting requirement, and that'll determine whether or not she has said anything. Because maybe this will have to change the way that you say it. Because don't get me wrong, that's ice cold. But if she didn't say anything, it looks a little weird. You just walk up to someone as in talking, don't talk.
Yeah, it's verbal and symbolic.
Okay, so in the midst of her casting, you walk up, you speak when you're spoken to, and you cast Banish. The portal that is conjured up immediately behind her to pull her into a plane is surrounded by a ring of fire, and you see blackened hands reach out and grab onto her body. Her flesh begins to sear, leaving behind a hellish remain. The facade of this human shaman goes away, and a demon is very quickly pulled back into the abyss.
Oh.
You did the right fucking thing, dude.
Shit.
Oh my god.
The other humans now at this point have seen a lot. A lot has just happened.
What?
A lot has just happened in the past 6 seconds. So, Hakon looks over at all of this, and you say that the divine fury of Eldath courses, like, shows across your eyes, the casting of the magic, and Hakon goes, what he said. Now, you'll have to tell his family that he's dead. But I don't have to tell the rest of your families that you're dead, right? He looks around. You see one steps forward. I'm not a coward.
Can I shoot him? Or would that be too loud?
You just
You
JFK
can.
him, dude.
You can shoot him.
Yeah.
Okay, you pull out your gun,
Fuck.
make an attack roll. What is it, with your musket or revolver?
Well, I'm like a couple, like 10, 20 feet away,
You
right?
can choose either one.
I mean, we're not that close, right?
No.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Turns
I'm
into
gonna
a firing
I'm gonna use
line.
sharpshooter.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack him twice. Actually, I'll do. Oh, you know what? Let me do. I just had it in my head and I totally forgot. I might do my lion shot instead.
Okay. That's gonna be a nice roll if you roll a 18 or 19 or 20.
That's plus. That's like adding my shit too, right?
Well, if natural rolls are crits.
Oh.
So like a nat 20 is a crit, but for you on the lion shot, a nat 18 to 20 are crits.
Oh, and that's for natural.
Mhm.
I'll just use my roll. I'll use sharpshooter.
Okay.
So it's 19 plus 4 for sharpshooter.
Yeah, that hits.
I'll just shoot him once. As
That,
like a
that could
warning.
have just
you
been
know?
a lion crit, man. That's close.
I know.
Go again.
I know. That's a 9.
Plus what?
That's plus 4. 5 plus 4.
Oh, it was 5 plus 4?
Yeah.
Damn. It is 9 plus 4 you would have hit. Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
Rip. Okay. Oh, I'm tripping. That's so quiet in here.
No, I'm just watching, dude.
Well, you guys are ruthlessly executing these barbarians.
I kind of feel bad, but
They're not good people. You really shouldn't feel guilty about it, but it
Okay,
is.
good.
You should definitely feel monstrous by how you're doing it. But don't feel guilty. In the grand scheme of things, these guys are terrible people.
I just banished a demon. I don't know what you.
Correct. That should tell us something.
21.
21 points of damage.
That's a 9.
He
This is a
steps
9?
forwards.
Yeah.
This
It's a 9? Are you
Wait,
sure?
I don't know.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Is the line on top or bottom?
Yeah, that's a 6.
Okay.
Can I shoot him in his like knee?
we rolled
Mythic?
21 points of damage.
That killed him?
Yes.
Then it's gonna be in his head.
Right. So he steps up and he goes, "I'm no coward." His brain splatters against the door behind him
Can
and
I-
across the two people that were standing side by side to him,
Can I stand?
who kind of flinch in.
Can I walk next to Hakon? But I don't want to. I want to be in the silhouette though.
He's got a hand over his ear after that fires for a quick second and goes,
So what the hell?
"It is loud. It does thunder because you guys are inside of it."
Could I have like my rifle like on my shoulder like that, like just walking next to Hakon?
Yeah.
Okay.
The rest of them look to each other and do like, "This isn't worth it, man. We're all gonna die here." And so Hakon goes, "Well, door's that way. You can take the bodies if you want. We don't need them.
Hit the road, Jack.
You might need food on the way back."
Don't you come back.
They do take the bodies and leave out.
Can I smack their ass while they're leaving?
Go get him.
All of them. It's a little weird, don't you think? A
No,
little sus.
just one if they run by me.
And there's just
I mean,
little,
he's
like,
a
good game.
700 something old
If they
man.
come with an attack of opportunity, you know,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna pass up an opportunity, man.
You walk behind one. You walk behind one and do the awkward like rub on the back. Like, "Do you want me to help you answer the question? I can help you."
Or you do it, you can stay.
Oh no! It's okay. You're not going anywhere. It's like, what? Okay. Anyway, so after they all leave, you guys approach this giant door, and it is again. There's a 40-foot long flight of steps that lead up that ascend 20 feet up to a landing, next to which is a pair of 30-foot tall granite doors carved with the images of giants locked in battle with dragons. Harshnag is able to open the door with ease, and so he does so.
Thank you, Harshnag.
Mm-hmm.
As he leads you through, I will say that you guys find that really there's only a few things on these barbarians that was worth anything. And it was off the chieftain, who has an amulet of proof against detection and location. So it's a magical amulet. And then 7 100 gold gemstones. So you guys can add that to your loot. I know we utterly eviscerated these people, so it's like they probably don't have anything left. But they did have some stuff, so to help you guys out there. So there's an amulet of proof against detection and location.
What does that do?
Who's writing down the gems? Who wants the gems? Do you
I
want
think.
the gems?
Well,
We
I
should
think
split
it's
the gems.
because like there's 7 gems and 1 amulet. I feel like
2,
We're
2,
gonna-
2, 1
Well,
amulet.
Right.
let's find out our spells first too, because sometimes we use gems for spells.
But if you have a gem, you can reuse
The
it.
I know,
specific
exactly.
amulet requires attunement, but while you wear the amulet, you are hidden from divination. It's the same exact thing that Arboris wore as a part of his backstory. Yours didn't acquire attunement, though.
so like we won't
I
get
feel like
trapped.
you might want me to wear that shit, man.
You,
I'm smooth brain.
but yours like.
Like
you're
you're
visual.
divine.
Well, if we're all together, I'm pretty sure
Okay,
it's
I don't-
at
I
all
feel like-
times, right?
I mean,
I
maybe,
think so.
maybe me, since I mean, I kind of just scout and I keep my distance.
Well, now we know that.
too. So like, if someone were trying to locate you guys, they wouldn't see me, and I could be like somewhere at an advantage somewhere. I don't know.
I mean, that's fair. That's the stealthiest. No, that's fair. Yeah. I vote misery.
You always could sell it, too, if there's ever a chance.
I'm fine with it.
Regardless, you'll need time to attune to it, so we still have some time to. We have time to divvy that
If
up.
I need a spell,
Do you
or
want
a
it,
gem for
Omar?
a spell, I'll let you guys know. But I don't think I need
Yeah,
any
I
gems yet
kinda
for my
do.
spells.
Wait, how many gems were
But
there?
there's
7.
100 gold gems.
Well, I'm not.
I'm gonna take 2 of the gems.
Okay.
I'm gonna
It's
take
7
2.
gems, but they're all they're worth 100 each.
Oh.
Yeah. So you want to do like 2, 2, 2, 1. If you want to do that.
No. Someone hold mine for me.
I can hold yours, but I will guarantee that I'll.
Don't
Save it.
sell them, my precious gems. I picked the
3
prettiest
gems.
ones, dude.
Dude.
Wait, how many gems do we all get?
There's
You-
7 in total.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I know that.
Omar gets 1.
But I'm technically holding 3 just because I'm holding his.
Are we not
But
giving
you
one to
get 2.
Harshnag or Hakon?
Okay, I get 2.
What?
He killed a god.
Yeah, but he
And what's-
still gets loot.
What's the giant gonna get? It's too
Bro,
tiny.
they
for
don't
him.
need money.
Yeah.
Harshnag, maybe Harshnag eats the gem.
You give him one of your gems then.
I
Like
gave
Pop
my
Rocks?
gems to Omar, dude.
Yeah, I'm holding on to them. But I
So,
told him I
Omar-
can't guarantee that I'm gonna save him.
So give
Oh,
them
so you could give them to
Harshnag.
Harshnag, dude.
I'm not giving those to him.
Damn, dude.
Hell, man.
Prejudice here.
What?
Bro, Frost Giants fucking...
Okay.
Their currency is like snowflakes anyways, dude.
I don't think they-
Snowflakes.
What?
Is that true?
No.
Yes.
They don't. There's no commerce amongst frost giants. They're trophy hunters.
5th edition.
So Jeff.
Their currency is like giant dragon
Then what's
bones.
that amulet called?
Icicles.
So they trade honor, though.
For honor.
What's
Pride-ish.
that's this month? Just kidding.
They trade
I'm sorry.
blows.
They barter.
They trade what? What did you just say?
If they fight each other, they trade blows. Come on, man. Come on. You gonna leave me like that, Varys?
Get your mind out of the gutter, Varys.
So grabbing your loot,
What's the amulet called?
it is the amulet
End
of
pimp
proof
shit.
against detection and location.
You will never be divine.
As Harshnag opens up the door as you guys enter,
Ooh.
thick frost clings to every surface of this 100-foot high vaulted chamber.
What can I go?
7 enormous statues dominate the room. The largest of them is an 80-foot tall robed giant, his arms outstretched, his face hidden beneath a stony cowl. He faces a glowing archway in the eastern wall. Kneeling in rows to each side of this giant are 6 statues half of its size, each impressive in its own right and depicting a paragon of a giant type. Hill, stone, frost, fire, cloud, and storm. These smaller statues face the bigger one in the room's center. In their outstretched arms, 5 of the giants hold weapons, gifts for their Allfather. Only the frost giant statue is unarmed. The archway that the statue of the Allfather is looking towards is 40 feet wide and 40 feet tall. 6 different runes are carved into the archway, each one inlaid with mithril, and a glowing mist fills this archway. Niches in the walls on either side of it contain empty and ice-covered sconces made of iron, who had at one point been brimming with life. There are 2 areas in this on this. They run parallel with the statue, so on the north and south side of the room are other sets of big, massive double doors that lead into further areas. Behind you, on both sides of those same areas, the south and north wall, on the side that you guys, because you're entering from the west wall, you see that there are divans that the pathway goes into that probably head back to those ledges that you saw.
I have a question.
Harshnag kind of looks caught, like he's in awe here, a bit of wonder. So he's a little bit like not responsive in terms of that in just the moment. But yes, what is your question?
So does it look religious in some way?
Oh, absolutely.
And like if I were to look up on the ceiling, would there be a mural by chance?
That is actually a very, very good question. If there was to be a mural, it has long been covered over by the thick frost that hangs above the ceiling, and icicles and frost-covered stone. It makes it difficult to peer through it.
Melt.
Would I say like the temple that I'm in kind of resembles that vision that I had seen?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, it does.
Mhm.
Oh shit. Okay. All right.
But it makes you think that maybe you saw it in this vision when it was
And it's
brimming, in its
prime.
prime,
Yeah.
when it was in use.
What's the giant's name again?
Harshnag, the one that's
Oh,
with
yeah.
you.
Harshno. Have you been to this place before?
No.
You might think I'm crazy, but I've seen this place before.
You are crazy.
A bird
No
had
one's
shown it
been
to
here.
me. It's
Now you're really crazy.
it might sound strange.
He
but-
stops for a second and goes, wait, a bird? And he
Right.
tries his best as a giant to get down to your statue, or to your stature. Tell me everything.
I mean, I only know. It was brief, but
What type of bird was it?
do you know?
Raven, I think. Raven?
I couldn't. It was either a raven or a crow.
Those are the same.
He looks up to the statue of the Allfather.
But
By the
I looked
Allfather's
at it.
beating heart.
I mean,
Yeah, go on.
I was in a temple like this, probably this one, before when it was in its prime, and I saw the mural above, and it was about maybe a warrior emperor, possibly. But all of a sudden it collapsed, and then I was out of it. I came to. It was only for a moment, but it felt like I was there.
And the Allfather confirms your journey. We must find the Oracle and speak with him.
Oracle.
Yes, that's why we're here. We need to get to the Oracle. In order to get to the Oracle, we need to find the actual eye of the Allfather, the Eye of Anam. It has to do with that archway. I do not know how to get through it. We're gonna have to figure this out.
Is it the one where they couldn't push the doors open?
No.
Or is it-
It's,
is it-
so the actual statue of the Allfather is looking at a massive magical archway.
Oh crap! Okay.
Yeah. There's 6 runes that are inscribed on it in Mithril, and it glows. Has a mist swimming amongst the archway.
Oh nice.
Blood Elf was the Allfather, and he was the bird.
But it's not the same Allfather.
I just thought it was weird they compared.
I'm assuming that. I mean, what all of us. I would explain what you guys saw too, because it kind of connects to what I just explained to him.
Well, you're like you in the specific room.
Mm-hmm.
But
Which I mean, I was outside. I think we were both outside
Oh.
because him and Gabe had the same vision, and then I had the vision of the thunder
Mhm.
giant.
Yeah.
Wait, was it it was the storm giant, like the storm giant?
Remember, he had a long beard. He probably looked like the Allfather.
what was his name?
Well,
Allfather.
I don't think
was he?
had
The Allfather wasn't a storm giant, was he?
Yeah, it was.
No, the Allfather is a god amongst giants.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
But it was the king.
But
of
the
giants.
king.
The storm-
The king's a
yeah.
storm giant.
So it could have been the king. Yeah.
Which is where storm fused.
I don't know if you heard, but he confirmed what I was talking about with my vision that I had seen.
Are
That
you an oracle?
What?
Are you an oracle?
No, but we need to find one. Is what he's saying.
But you just
His
had a
what? What I had told him about my vision kind of confirmed of the reason why we're here.
what? But you just gave us an oracle dream.
We know we all had visions, remember? And I just explained to him mine because I remembered it.
Yeah,
Every time you have a vision, you go see an oracle. It's like every prophecy ever.
Have you ever been to an oracle?
No,
Why?
I've never had a vision.
So where
I've
can
had
we
a hot
find this?
flash.
Oracle.
A hot flash?
Just have a
He
vision.
points at the archway through there.
Can you read those symbols?
They can.
Are they in giant?
They are.
What does
From
it
the
say?
from the left, going across. I don't know why I said across because I'm about to use that same vowel. Going across it. From the left, it starts with Haug, then Sky,
A Kraus hound.
then Yield, Uvar, Stein, and Isa.
Stein. What is Stein doing now?
So in your common tongue, hill, cloud, fire,
Water.
storm,
Before the fire.
stone, and frost.
Is there any? What is this archway?
It's a great question. I do not know. But if the Allfather himself is looking at it, then we must follow his eyes. His eyes will lead us to the Oracle.
After you?
Who's always in here?
I'm gonna close my eyes and see if I can see through the Allfather's.
I'm gonna do a quick peek into the other rooms and see if we're alone. If so, I will leave them open for you and you may journey freely while I try to figure this out. And he grabs his axe and he goes off and he's gonna go open both of the doors on the north and south side and then do a quick look through the room to see if anything's in there before he gives you an all clear. So what would you guys like to do while he's doing that?
Wait, so there's statues of each giant here?
Mm-hmm.
Does
What are
the
the
storm
or-
giant look like the one from my vision?
Which one?
The storm giant.
No, not the one that's up there. Because your vision was the one on the boat, right?
Mine was the storm giant. Or I think the storm giant. The lightning thing in the sky with the. Yeah, like.
Oh,
lightning
no.
going around.
Right, yeah, yours was the first one. Theirs was the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look like that. I mean, it looks like a storm giant. It looks like a storm giant, looks like a king, but doesn't look like that.
I'm telling you, you probably saw the Allfather.
Is there a statue of the Allfather?
Mm-hmm. The All-Father is like dressed in a robe, massive robe.
Does it look like the Allfather?
Oh, no, not at all.
Then it
Is
maybe
this-
it's the storm
Would this
king.
temple be in religious ancient
I'm pretty sure
religious
storm
Oh, it
text?
absolutely
It
is.
Can I roll a religion check?
No, you don't need to. I mean,
To do what?
Just to see if maybe I know anything about this like
mm,
room here with all the statues and everything.
Go ahead.
A 19 plus 27.
27. The room, from a religious standpoint, is designed to give the utmost reverence to the Allfather himself, to put him in the center amongst his creation. The giants are standing in fealty by being designed in stature half of his size. They're being given an inferior stature, and they're in a position that projects reverence and respect and authority, and they are handing off something in terms of like a gift. So the entire room is designed to give off this level of reverence and respect and awe and wonder to the Allfather. How that relates to the archway doesn't seem to match up. There's something about the archway that is distinctly different from the religious nature of this temple, but the temple, from what you can tell, is definitely designed as a reverential temple.
Can I set one of the gems that I collected in the Allfather's like?
You cannot get up there. He is 80 feet tall.
Fuck.
No. And in fact, the only giant who has hands that are open is the frost giant. All the other ones have a weapon in hand that they're handing off. The frost giant's hands are completely empty. There is no weapon in his hands.
like, is it just
But
like,
he is posed as if there should be.
I was gonna ask that.
Can I tell what type of weapon he would have been holding?
Based off of the few frost giants you've been around, most likely an axe.
Hey, Ultra,
Yeah.
try to put that axe in that giant's hand, that statue.
Alright, I'll do it. I'll go try and put Jotun Frost Cleaver in the giant's hands.
Actually, you know what? But before I do that, can I cast enlarge and then try and do it?
Wait.
Or does it fit in without having to cast? I'm just trying to make it fit the giant's hand.
It would
The giant statues are 40
Oh.
feet tall.
That's
They're
right.
giant
Yeah,
size,
they're-
so
yeah.
anything that has to be done
So-
has to be done by Harshnag.
Yeah. Well, can I mean,
Don't try to throw that up there.
can I give it to? I'm gonna give it to Harshnag then. As Harshnag, say Harshnag, could you?
That would not. It wouldn't fit.
Okay.
No. It would probably be good to explain the types of giants that you're looking here. They're not just any normal giants. They are the sons of Anam, the progenitors.
Oh, I get names.
They're
for
the
'em,
progenitors of. They're the first creation, the firstborn among giants.
dude. Wait, is this what they look like?
God of the giants is children: normal, beard, brown, scepter, thunder, armor, fall.
I mean, that's kind of big, but like,
Wizened.
are those? Cause yeah, I'm curious if those brief descriptions that I wrote down all those times ago is these ones. Because if that is, that's really cool to connect that.
They're the ones from the Ordning?
Kind of.
Well, I think
Yeah,
that-
for the most-
think
I mean,
that-
for the
I
most
think
part.
that- I think
For
that
the
you
most
de-
part.
I think you described these guys forever
Ordning.
ago. Yeah, from the original explanation of the Ordning.
Yeah.
And now we get to see
I-
their statues.
I have a question for the giant.
The original depiction that you were shown was also a manipulation by Zephyros.
Yeah.
So these are close. He starts with the hill giants. This son of Anam is Grolantor. You can see the weapon that he wields looks akin to a great club made out of bone. Grolantor. The giants today do the things they do in service of their progenitor. It was said that Grolantor would feast in ways unimaginable amongst creation, and would wield the bones of his feasted as weapons. The next, he moves over to the stone giant, is Scoraeus Stonebones. His weapon that he holds is a stone boulder. He was the first of giants to wield rock as a weapon, to throw it. It is a practice that most of the giants have adopted, but the stone giants took it to heart. This one is Thrym, almighty Thrym, father of my kind. A hunter in his own right. Legends say he wields the great axe. But as you can see, it is missing. It must be among here. Hopefully.
Wait, what is Thrym?
Frost giant.
And then, real quick, Grolantor was what?
Hill giant.
So Harshnag.
You guys were too
Harshnag
busy-
comes from Thrym. Yeah, he's a frost giant as well.
Too busy writing, you didn't even notice the hint.
That's your job.
The next one's a fire giant. This one is Surtur. And they are the more knightly, I think is the small folk term of your kind. Not as nice. And while he's armored, he wields a large greatsword. That he's giving off as a gift. He goes over to the cloud giant. This is Memnor. Memnor was the first to consider that creation must not walk amongst the ground that the god had paved for them, and it took to the skies that had been given as free reign. They learned from the stone giants about throwing boulders and learned to start dropping them from the heavens. It was a sign of divine wrath. The last, and he moves to the storm giants. Oh, and the Memnor's holding a spear. The storm giant, this is Stronmaus. And he holds a trident in hand. They trip to the oceans, carving out places to live beneath the waves, coming up ever so often in order to keep the other giants in check. In fact, it was said that there are tales that are told amongst the small folk of ships being utterly destroyed at sea in certain regions, most likely caused by storm giant storms. The weapons are unique because they also carry a level of stature. You see, this great club is made out of bone. This boulder is made out of stone. Stone is better than bone. I would imagine that, knowing how frost giants forge, this great axe is made of steel. But knowing similarly how fire giants forge, this would be made of iron. Because this would be made of iron, Memnor would be holding something more like mithril. And finally, the storm giant would have the strongest metal of all, adamantine, or adamantium. Everything that the giants do, if it functions on the ordning. With the shattering of it, the giants are in complete disarray. They can't tell themselves from their left foot. It is, concerning. But anyways, I'm trying to figure out how to get through here. The other rooms, as far as I could see, were clear. So you're free to walk around as you wish. If there's any issue and you need other help, please feel free to call.
Can I roll a perception chance for the fucking missing weapon on the ground? For the...
You don't see the missing weapon in here. If it's the same size, you wouldn't need a perception roll. You would just see it.
Can I check the other rooms?
You can attempt to. Do you want to go north or south?
North.
You wish to go north. Okay, he wishes to go north. Anyone wish to follow him?
I'll follow him.
I'll head south.
Yeah, that's probably good.
I'll go south too.
I'll have Gabe and Omar roll an initiative roll to see which of you we are going to
Do we add our
start with.
bonuses?
Yes.
Okay, well, I rolled in that one.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
I rolled one at 20.
Inspiration.
So we'll start with the two of you as you guys go to the as you guys start walking your way into the south hall. Hakon kind of saunters in behind you and is going to head in with you guys as well. And he goes, Archnon's a little bit on like the sad end. I do not want to be in that room with them. I'm just like, yikes! Like, laugh a little. Anyways, as you guys walk in, the room that you're currently leading into looks to be something of like a large feast hall. It is 240 feet wide by 440 feet deep, with a 200-foot wide alcove in the center of the east wall, which would be on your left because you're facing south. The walls are lined with niches and sconces identical to every other area of this temple. So you're going to see similar sconce patterns. There are 6 pillars that are each 20 feet in diameter and 60 feet tall that support the ceiling.
Big pillars.
It is darkened because the sconces are not lit.
Will you use your lantern?
Yeah. I'll pull my lantern. Use white light.
Okay, you pull out your lantern. And you guys can walk under the giant tables.
That's what that is. Jesus.
Yeah, because it's a feast hall, so there's tables in here. Long tables. Like bench tables. And you can walk under them.
I want to find a big bowl.
You probably could find one if you can get up there.
Would it be like a hot tub? Like size?
It would be big. You could fit it. Probably.
This porridge is too hot, and this porridge is too cold.
This hot tub is just right.
As you guys cross the first table and make your way towards the center of the feast hall, there's 2 stone slabs that are north and south of a fire pit in the middle. Probably where the excess food is disposed of when there's nothing much else to finish. On the southernmost slab, your lantern catches a reflection of something shiny and big. It appears metallic up on the slab, on the southern slab.
Big shiny.
Let's walk up to the
Found a
shiny.
dragon.
The weapon? Ooh, probably the weapon. Because it's metal.
Or a trap.
Or a dragon.
Because the one that's missing is the frost giant,
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
which is we're looking for great axe,
Correct. But it's big enough that you can't really see what's on that slab.
which is steel.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm gonna go towards it.
Okay. You move towards it. As you get to the fire pit and get slightly ahead of it, you immediately, with your past perception, because it's so high, stop in your tracks. I'm going to describe what you catch out of your peripherals. I'm going to describe it in a way that I want you to tell me how your immediate response is upon seeing this. In that alcove that I told you of, the 200-foot alcove on the east wall, which is to your left, now that you're in the middle of the room, you can see perfectly, is something coiled up. This thing is massive, and it looks insectoid in nature. And it is
What the
ginormous. It's coiled up. It's blue with lots of little legs that are millipedic in nature.
Big ass centipede.
You immediately see it. It's bright colored.
Does it look like it's awake?
I don't even know what
It's
that
coiled
is,
up.
dude.
So it's like sleeping right now.
You see that out of your peripherals with your 18 in past perception. What is your immediate reaction?
I turn around because I assume Misery's behind me.
Yeah,
I'm just
and Hakon. And Hakon's like, what?
I'm gonna point at
What?
the centipede.
Holy shit, should we kill it? Dude, come on, it's right there.
You can do whatever you want.
I've killed a god. We can kill it. We can kill it. We can kill it. Hey, dude, hey. Hey, listen, hold on. I'll make you a deal, okay? You're 750 years old. We kill that thing. Please help me here. We kill that thing. We can say you killed that thing to your buddies. It'll make you look so much cooler. You're the leader, right? Don't you want to look cool?
Persuade.
I don't like to be dishonest,
Just this one time.
so let's just kill this thing, I guess. Oh, I don't like centipedes.
So, we're gonna do it?
What?
We'll do it?
How far away is it from us?
I
need to know that.
like 100 plus feet.
Oh!
I mean, dude, it's slept
Light
on
work.
with gunshots and everything.
I know.
This thing doesn't sound like the most perceptive boy. Sneak
If
up
it's
and
100
put some
feet.
explosive barrels out.
But
dude,
how,
you might just
like,
get
how
in
large
one hit.
does it look like?
Huge.
Like a school bus. 5
Huge.
times over.
Is that accurate? School bus 5 times
Like
over?
5 school
I
buses.
don't know. It's huge.
Alright, at least
Is
3
it as
school
long
buses.
as him?
Oh, like the actual size is huge? Well, that's a giant. So
The
it's-
asshole
it's giant
categorized
and
is
it's
huge.
Yeah,
Right?
control.
It's giant and then huge?
It should be large, huge, and then giant, I think. Check it. D&D class size.
One more bigger
Like
than
D&D
two-
us.
sizes.
Like
It should tell you.
2.5 inches.
I think it goes
Huge.
tiny, small, medium, large, huge, giant, colossal. I could be wrong. It could be giant, huge, and colossal, in which case this is a big distinction on how you probably are feeling.
It's hot.
Okay, yeah. Tiny,
Getting
small,
so
medium,
hot.
large, huge.
Right.
Oh, wait, no, the giant's not in this fucking.
So giant would be in tandem with huge.
Well,
Then
gargantuan is the last one.
right, gargantuan, because it's colossal then gargantuan.
I'm trying to find one with all of them.
The giant's a creature type, so it's not necessarily a size. So it'd probably be huge.
I thought it was a size.
Giant
No,
size.
because I'm looking at Frost Giant stats. It says huge giant.
Ginormous.
So yeah, that makes sense. So
So
it's
what is
it's
that?
this. It could be the size of Harshnag, because he's huge.
Lengthwise, right? Just like the length of him.
Like height. Yeah. So I mean, guess because this is a creature of length. Yeah.
I was like, dude, it's that fucking tall. I was like,
Pretty crazy.
yeah.
So
how tall
you guys
is
are gonna fight it.
I don't want it to spit
Yo,
acid at me or
yo,
something.
yo, huge.
Huge is big.
Yeah, huge is big. It's a T-Rex or an adult dragon.
What?
Lord, the power of all seven gods.
How's the camera work?
As you guys walk towards it, is your lantern?
I'm not walking towards that.
No, you're making it worse. You're making it worse.
Is your lantern lit?
Oh.
Dim that shit.
It is lit. What?
Don't touch
We can see.
Centipedes are blind, aren't they?
No.
Can I bug check?
Bug check.
No,
Bro.
Just if normal.
Are you serious
are normal
right now?
centipedes blind?
No.
Bug check.
They have eyeballs. They can see.
They don't need eyes, bro. Bugs have like a million more senses.
And
than
antennas.
humans do.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
can
but
sense
the
us.
light wouldn't matter then.
But it would.
No.
Do you have it on or not?
I do have it on.
They can
Okay.
detect thermal.
Hakon would walk up to it because he wants to fight it. Are you guys gonna walk up with him?
No.
Well, you don't obviously have to because
Yeah.
you can sit back. But are you gonna walk up with him?
Don't
Prepare,
hold it.
disappear.
Don't do it. Do it.
Misty step. No, I am gonna walk up with him.
Okay.
I'll just.
I'm gonna hate every step, and my stomach drops every time I get closer to it.
Plug one.
Make a stealth roll at disadvantage for me.
I have my gun at the ready in case of it goes sour.
I got a nat one on the first roll.
When you are 30
God.
feet away from this mound, Hakon has his blade ready, and he goes, "I'm gonna," and he gets ready to move. You trip over something and stumble. The clang of your lantern, and Hakon freezes and
This
goes.
is the second time.
Hakon
someone said
freezes
this.
and goes, "Fuck!" And what happens is you see this creature begins moving in a rapid movement. It has little legs that are pincer-like that go all along the length of its massive blue-scaled body, or chitinous body. It has orange spikes that go from the top of its head all the way down to the base of its tail. Towards about where the legs stop, there's an extension of body that has this frill that looks like a cobra, like it's caped out around the head, and it
What the
ends
hell is
just
a
a bit
body?
above the head. You see these massive eyes that are dark and
Yeah,
blue,
blind my fucking ass.
one massive mouth, and two massive antennae that go with it. This is the creature that you see.
What the fuck?
What?
As you are face to face with a Remmerhaz.
That's fucking gross. Good job.
Now, as quickly as you see it, it screeches this loud, just naturally piercing screech, and then buries itself into the ground as it burrows underneath you.
Yo.
What?
You can feel it in this moment move around you. You do not know where it is going to pop up, and that is where we'll pick up next week.
Oh my god. Good job.
Done, dude. I don't think we've ever fought anything that goes underground like that yet.
No.
No, we
That
have
would be
not had to
new,
deal
yeah.
with,
Do you really?
we've not dealt, do what?
That would be
hate
very
centipedes.
new.
That sucks, bro.
Oh.
Because you're about to fight the biggest one. Let me put it this way. Let me at least give you a word of fear. You do not want to be inside of this. That's a possibility.
In sight or inside?
Inside.
Okay, well, I don't want to be in either of those.
You don't want to be... See, here's a double entendre for you. You don't want to be in this thing's guts.
Alright, listen. I didn't want to be even anywhere
That
near
guy
that
won't
thing.
get us out.
And that, my friends, is where we will pick up next week. Thank you guys so much for joining us on yet another adventure. As we conclude, we will be back next week with more of our Storm King's Thunder.
This is new.
And we are getting closer and closer to finishing up this particular campaign, so we're excited to eventually be able to release what would be our upcoming campaign. I can just at least give you the forewarning that it will be the Princes of the Apocalypse, so look forward to that as that comes, and we'll have a Call of Cthulhu one-shot mixed between there.
I hope so.
And we'll have a date on that to come. So, without further ado, thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. We hope you have a great rest of your time. If you're watching us on YouTube, like, follow, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. If you're live with us Twitch, you should be following us. Just be nice. If you're with us this far, be with us for more.
Please.
I don't
Have a great
disagree
rest of
with
your
this
time.
message. Have a good night.
Stay safe, and may your journeys go with you.
Have a great
Good
week.
night.
Good night.